What's up, buttholes of the universe?
Hey!
We are here with a homie of the channel right here. We've got Kev up in here.
Hey!
This is your third time here. This is your third time here. It is.
K-pop. Yeah, this is.
I know. What? I know. It's amazing.
Give K-pop a big round of applause. The hardest
Or
working.
claws. Let's go.
Applause with the claws. Hardest working indie comics promoter in the business. Here I am, eating French fries, being unprofessional, showing up 20 minutes late. What's my problem?
What's my problem? You had to get tacos. It's fine. It works perfectly fine.
I was going to the liquor store.
That's fine. I think you did that the last time you were here.
and I had to just shoot past the liquor store and come. I'm going to have to do this sober.
Listen. Since you're going to take a mouthful of your taco, let me introduce you because that's right. Savor the taco. You were originally here for Space Worms. Then you were here for Death of Strangeville, and now you're here for Count Keefula. Strangeville is getting larger and more supple. I love it. Also, if you guys in chat don't know, you have been awarded not once but twice the Rosebud for best use of a butthole in a comic book 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. Look at right here, my makeshift butt plug trophy. Right there, yes. Made out of a Spidey and Friends comic book. Right there. You have won that 2 years in a row. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to win it in the third year in a row as well because no one knows the butthole quite like that.
I was going to say there's plenty of interesting use of the butthole in Count Keefula.
Oh, perfect. I think the reign continues, let me tell you.
Yeah. Yes. I consider myself a butthole humorist. That's the title I give myself. I don't think
you are the big booty expert.
Yes, I am.
I don't think people realize this. You are the big booty expert of all time. And
Return of the Booty Man.
That is correct. I'm gonna let you munch on some fries for a hot minute because we're gonna go say hey to chat real quick. All right. All the way from 12:17 p.m. we have GT Comics. Thank you for coming by.
Is my chat coming through to this too?
If people type in there, it will. Yeah. It'll have like a weird like linky thing on it. So that's why I'll know where they're coming from in your chat. So yes.
Okay, cool.
I expect Johnny to be in your chat because he was up in there liking our photos. So he must be in this chat over here. We got all the way from 3 p.m. We got Kev. What's up, Kev? All the way from New Mexico. What is up? Las Cruces. And yeah, dude, it is the month of horror stuff. If you have not noticed, I am pro horror. So I always try to find the weird books in the horror books.
I was gonna dress up like the trailer and wear my cape and everything.
Listen, you messed us all up. I showed
up late with French fries instead.
Messed us all up, bro. You messed us all. It's fine.
Hart Fisher does this. Hart Fisher does this to me every time. Every time he wants to stream, that motherfucker runs me around for an hour, and I'm live, and I'm like, oh well, if he shows, he shows.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to go on your channel sometime. I'm gonna make it up. You can dress up as whatever, and I'll dress up as one of the somebody else. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And what is up, Michael?
Show up as late as you want.
Perfect. I'm never on time, and I don't know what day it is, so that works out for me. Michael here. Look at this. He says, let's go. Hal, Katie, Kevin in chat. Spooky coincidence. He's working on a Space Worms review vid right now and sketch. Listen, Michael, I cannot wait to see your Space Worms sketch. Space Worms is a delightful, delightful read. It's fabulous. You know, it sums up Strangeville in a lot of words, and also you don't need that many words to describe what happens in that book because you just need to just see what's going on there.
That's awesome. I consider Cockhammer to be my best movie.
That's right.
And for years I said no matter what I do, like that's my light is going out.
That's okay.
And I don't have any other light.
Spooky times. If it goes out, perfect.
It's gonna strobe the whole time. So for years I said, no matter what I do, Cockhammer is always going to be the best thing I've ever done. And then I spent over a year working on Space Worms, and I do everything. I write it, I pencil it, ink it, letter it, and color it, and lay it out and I do all the pre-press and printing and everything.
Right.
100% me. And when Space Worms came out, I said, you know what? I think this is my new best thing I've done. And that's saying something, because for 20 years I've said Cockhammer the movie was the best thing I did. But I really think Space Worms, because it's so long, it's 164 pages, which
that's a huge
that ain't the longest graphic novel in the world. But when you do everything yourself, and it takes over a year to do, like Cockhammer probably took me 5 months, if I'm being generous, 6 months between shooting it and editing it and releasing it. And so this graphic novel actually took me twice as long to make as a feature-length film. I mean, the amount of work that goes into making comic books it's crazy. I can just get you see this stupid light?
Listen, it's okay. It's Cockhammer 2. Strobe harder is there you go. Boom.
Actually made a graphic novel for that. Cockhammer Lives came out a couple of years before Space Worms.
But
that's it takes an incredible amount of work to make a comic book, and so I'm very proud of Space Worms, and I can't wait to see this review.
Space Worms! Oh, dude, Michael does a fantastic job. I love his art that he does with it too. He dropped another one this morning, and dude, Space Worms. That's a honking thick book, but I'm telling you, it is a fun read. And let me tell you, from start to finish, you have no idea what the hell is going to be happening in this thing, but all the things be happening in this book.
My writing style, and same thing's true with Count Kiefer or anything I do. The book I'm working on right now, Gigant, which is about Bigfoots and redneck tweakers and aliens and mutants and all kinds of things. I just make sure, I've written so much stuff. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I don't like to write normal things. I like to set things up. I use the basic structure, the 3-act structure. You're going to get an introduction, a conflict, a climax, and a resolution in 3 acts. But I like to take so many twists and turns. Like I just watched, did you watch M. Night Shyamalan's new movie, Trap?
I have not.
Dude, from the beginning, that dude starts twisting you around.
Nice.
And it's so fun because he doesn't rely on what happens at the end. He just starts at the beginning. You're like, what? What's going on? And it just twists and twists and twists. And that's the way I like to write things. I like to just take you and just spin you around the entire time we're playing around.
It's exactly what all your books do, which is fantabulous, by the way. I thoroughly enjoy that. And actually, backdoor Butterfinger, you're not wrong.
This is gonna give me Space Worms, by the way.
Oh, it might. And Michael says, after reading that butthole-filled book, you got that damn right. Listen, I don't know how else to explain that. It takes you on a journey through all the parts. You're welcome, Chance. You're quite welcome, Chance. Thank you very much. Everything, you're not wrong. Everything and anything happens in that book. That's right. That is the crossover event I think we need to happen.
Have the Space Worms fight Coghammer? That would be awesome.
It will, because especially how they end up at the end of the book.
Right.
I think they're ready for some Cockhammer action. Right. I know.
Yeah, they're ready for their own butthole adventure.
Oh, Michael has a very good question. First, take a huge mouthful of burger, then we could get your response for this. What were some of the influences on Space Worms, so you can mention them in the review and pretend he's insightful?
If you're familiar with Night of the Creeps by why am I come on
creepy guy,
Monster Squad, Night of the Creeps, what is this, Fred Decker? If you're familiar with Fred Decker's Night of the Creeps, or James Gunn did an homage to Night of the Creeps with Slither, those are two. Both of those are big influences on Space Worms. And there's a Japanese splatter movie from the mid 90s called Meatball Machine. That's about these alien wormy things that crash land and take over. It's these two awkward teenagers that are falling in love, and these alien worms crash land on the planet and take over both their brains and then make them fight each other. And have you ever seen Tetsuo the Iron Man?
Yeah, I love the Tetsuo series.
It's very much like that, where they build these well, I guess cyberpunk, but more like more whatever you call that, like
cyber
Geiger-esque.
biomech weird thing. Yeah.
Biomech stuff. So they get these biomech machines. They get these big claw arms, or even like rocket weapons, and they're trying to kill the shit out of each other the entire movie. So I would say those are my three biggest influences. Would be Night of the Creeps, Slither, and then Meatball Machine. Those were.
I think that sums it up.
When I decided to write Space Worms.
I think that sums that up completely well, and you spin me right round like a record baby. Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly. Also, if you guys don't know and you want to invite, I will DM you an invite link to the Discord. We've been crushing Fortnite and horror movies galore for like the last 2 weeks. So get in on some action. If you want in there, I'll DM you. We got all kinds of dumb movies happening. And yes, Guyver, dude, Guyver is so sick. I love Guyver.
Guyver's great. Yeah, that was. Yeah. I wasn't thinking Guyver when I made it, but that's obviously floating around in my head. Yeah. I love Guyver and Guyver 2.
Yeah.
Didn't the team that worked on Guyver didn't they work on Swamp Thing too?
Which one? The 90s one?
Yeah, not the first Swamp
80s. Thing. Not the one with Adrian. Not the one. What was her name? Adrian Barbeau.
Adrian Barbeau was number one.
Is the first one, and then what's her face?
Heather Locklear.
Yeah, Heather Locklear.
Heather Locklear. Yeah, and then it's Mark Hamill's in the second one, right? He turns into a giant cockroach monster.
Oh man, I'm blanking on it. I remember the monster and her in it, and I remember what happens in it, but I don't remember the side characters.
I'm pretty sure Mark Hamill plays a giant cockroach monster in Guyver 2. I want to say there's a connection there between, or not Guyver 2, but Swamp Thing 2. But I want to say there's a connection there between those teams because they're both just giant rubber monster fight movies. And there's nothing I like better than giant rubber monster fight movies.
Oh, they're the best. I want my rubber monster fight back. I love and adore my foam monster bullshit special effects fighting movies, and I want that. I even have a soft spot in my heart for the Son of Godzilla. It is the derpiest, dorkiest thing of all time, and I love that thing. It's fantastic.
They've got some really good 24-hour Godzilla channels on YouTube right now.
They do. I was watching.
When I go to bed, I just put on the Godzilla channel and just let it go.
They're fantastic.
There's a modern version of that. That is a throwback to all that. That's that Psycho Gorman movie.
I love Psycho Gorman.
Where it's all rubber
that one's awesome as well. Foam suits. It reminds me of kind of like an updated version, kind of like Power Rangers-ish fighting style.
I was just gonna say it's fantastic. Like rated R Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's like rated R Power Rangers. But they also have comics
why I like
for
Power Rangers so much.
Have you read the comics for that?
I haven't. But I heard they're really fucking good.
I gotta watch it. Oh, dude, yeah, some good stuff in there. And Rude, what's happening, bro? Good to see you, dude. And Jay over here saying Mark was just his authentic self. The giant cockroach.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Nice. All right.
What was I gonna say about Power Rangers? Oh,
all the things.
When what's his name died last year or the year before?
Oh,
White Ranger,
Jason David Frank.
Jason David Frank. R.I.P. buddy. I looked into that character and how many things he had been in because he kept reprising that role over and over again throughout the years. He ended up playing that character. I forget what his human name is, but he played him over and over again. Is it Tommy?
I think it's Tommy.
But then it led me down the rabbit hole to the comic books, and there's like a really cool storyline with him in it in the comics where he turns evil. Evil. Like
Pops
really
loves those. Pops has a bunch of them. He has them signed by him too. He's really big into the Power Rangers, so yeah, he's cool. Yeah, it's Tommy. That's what I figured. I remember that. You know what also surprises me too? Because back in the day, I would have thought the lady that played Rita Repulsa was like 60 at the time. She's not. She's a very lovely, younger looking lady. And then if she was just here at a comic store not too long ago, and she looks absolutely fantastic, and I never would have picked her out of a lineup as that's who's playing Rita Repulsa.
That's great. Was she signing as Rita? Is that like her?
She was signing as Rita. She was there as Rita, signing the whole thing. Yeah. But that's good times. And we got Tate in the chat. What's happening, Tate? Now, we're going to make it weird because, that's how we do here. That's how we do with you here as well. You got to get weird with you. For the people that are just joining us and don't know who the hell you are, who the hell are you? Yeah. Wipe the fry dust off.
Get all the fry dust and the burger off me.
That's
let
right.
the space worms percolate in the stomach.
Yeah. You got to do that. Yeah.
My name is Kevin Strange. I'm a 20-year veteran of the underground. I've been making movies and writing gnarly underground novels, and more recently, actually, I was counting up the years.
Yeah.
A couple nights ago, and I think I've been making comics longer than I ever made movies and longer than I ever wrote novels. So my brain works in, I can only do one thing at a time. Like I move from, I can't like, oh, I'll make a movie this year and then I'll write a novel, and then it's just, I get laser focused into one medium. And I've been stuck in comics now longer than I did novels or movies. So whatever that's worth. So I'm a multimedia underground weirdo. All my shit is not safe for work, adult shit.
No.
And
do not give your book to your children.
Exactly. I like to, my friend Josh Howard, he likes to say that he's a Christian and he makes like risque comic books, and he likes to say that he's too Christian for normies and too normie for Christians. Well, I'm too porno for normies and too normal for porno. Like I can't, like my stuff won't fly to a porno audience because there's too much story and there's too much stuff that's not sex. But to a normie audience, there's way too many buttholes and way too many dicks.
Yeah, once again, that's why you won this award.
so that's how I describe myself. I'm way too porny for normies, and I'm way too normal for porn people.
Yeah. Wow. That should be on your business card. You could only give his books out at orphanages. Go for it. Go for it.
I see some people, and I've seen some people, show up here on your channel, hawking books that seem to be a little out of the a little inappropriate for younger audiences, but they have like a huge audience of people that are a little bit younger, and I think so.
It's amazing.
I often tell myself, like, just fucking make the books. Like when I like this new book I'm working on, Gigant. It's my first foray into 100% non-adult. Which is funny because I'm on here promoting a porno comic, Count Keefula. So let's talk about my non-porno comic.
Okay, yeah, please do.
But I really struggle about how much, like how blue I wanted to work in something that I intend to put in comic book shops for all ages. Anybody that walks in the comic book shop will be able to pick it up and hopefully not have me sent to fucking jail for soliciting minors with adult material. And I just kept laughing because the Josh Howard stuff, again, my buddy Josh Howard, who does the Christian stuff, his stuff gets so lewd. I mean, he literally has like topless women, but then he puts like shadows over the nipples.
Oh, okay.
So that it's just barely not.
He can get away with it. I see.
And I'm over here worried about, well, should I make their boobs smaller? Should I give them big butts? I have to. I have to.
I mean, you have to give him. You were the big booty expert. I know. You have to give him.
I can't draw it any other way. My hand is just takes a life of its own and makes that big round C shape.
You got Tank Ferret in the house. What's up? See how he's got the Linky Poo over there? He's from your chat.
Oh, that's from my side. That's my guy.
Yeah, that's from your side. But yeah, I know Tank Ferret. What's up, Tank Ferret?
What up? What up?
That's right. And yeah, no, you can't not do a book and not have a big Jesus badonkadonk. That is your kind of style with
There's Ed Piskor used to say, the cartoonist kayfabe guy, he used to say that he would sometimes feature indie books. Like he did this dude one time did a Death of Superman bootleg. Okay. And the entire time Doomsday has a giant boner. And Ed's going through the book and he's going through the book and he laughs and he says, for guys that draw dongs, they're just compelled to do it. They can't not do it. And let me tell you, working on this non-adult book, I wrote this. So when I write this stuff, it just flows out of me. Like in Count Keefula, it's Nixon and Hogan that meet Dracula. It took me a week to write that. I mean, it's nothing. It's effortless. All the jokes, all the gags, all the dialogue, it just pours out of me. The amount of times I had to rewrite this non-adult book because I don't know what to say if it doesn't have dicks. and buttholes and giant butts and boobs. I don't know what to say. What's funny that's not, I mean, it's my like whack sense of humor just
fart
takes
humor.
Me.
Yeah. It's like a lot of like child, like fart humor, like, you know, like the weird stuff. Kind of got to do it.
I'm compelled to do it. But this has been a fun challenge. And I actually am falling in love with this book that I'm making.
Awesome. I love that.
I was able to find a way to make, and there's still nice fart and poop jokes. I was able to, because that's okay. That's all.
Listen, you got to have that. Listen, you got to have that. I don't care how old you are. You hear any of those jokes, you're going to giggle your brains out. It's amazing.
But fantastic. It's been a lot of fun trying to work, because imagine if like Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor, and I guess Eddie Murphy did kind of found the channel.
How the power of butts
compels me. It really does.
Right.
But imagine at his peak with all the cocaine and all the success and all the money, if Richard Pryor decided suddenly he wasn't going to work Blue, he was going to work for an all ages audience. He was going to do a Bill Cosby set. It wasn't in him. He didn't know how to write comedy that wasn't Blue.
Yeah.
But the raunchier and the crazier, the better.
That's really interesting to me, because as you mentioned, like there's a bunch of people that I know that do like the adult driven stuff that have a children's side book to them. Like Christy, like Demon Bitch. She's got all of her Demon Bitch stuff, and then she has Demon Bitch Meets Mr. F Word, which it's a fantastic, fun read, by the way. If you haven't seen that, it's great. But yeah, I think that's hilarious. And also Frank Martin, he's got his F-bomb kid that is hilarious. But he also has, the hospice stuff with Lester, which is all kinds of creepy, weird, fantastic stuff. But I love seeing that people get out there and branching out and doing
Johnny Ryan does it. Johnny Ryan does too. He does that super edgy stuff. And then he also works as an animator for Nickelodeon. So yeah, I'm just trying something different. I've done so many of these. Like I said, I think I've been doing comics now longer than anything else. So it's like I could do a Count Keefula a month. It just flows out of me that easy. And I have to keep my I have to keep stimulated. Like I have to keep the excitement, or else you just grind down into nothing if you don't.
That's right.
And then I'll float off into some other thing. Well, I do want to float off into another thing. Actually, is I want to animate this stuff.
Oh,
but I don't consider that to be that far off. Like it's still going to be these characters.
Yeah. So your style looks like it would be amazing animated. Like it already has that animation style feel to it. So I would love that. Like adult style animation. Let's go. We'll do way more of that.
I've been watching a lot of animation tutorials, and I'm gonna jump in at some point and just fucking do it.
What program are you gonna use?
I don't know, because there's so many different ways to do it. Yeah. Like I was watching a video today about Rick and Morty animation, and that it uses puppet style, which means you make like basically a 3-dimensional version of character in illustrations, and then you pull all those parts apart, make them assets, and then you just move them around. Like I can do that.
That's fascinating. I watched my friend Joshy do his animated series that way. It's kind of like they work like a magnet system. So like you can like move your arm, and then the joints just all kind of move however you want it. It's quite fascinating how you have to render that in that program. It's cool.
What's the program that he uses for that?
It's been a while. I'll ask him. I'll send it to you. But yeah, he and it's awesome too, because if somebody goes from like not an artist background, you can figure out your way in there to do art and things, which is fantastic. And he's been working on his series, which is and also an adult series, which is dope as hell. But no, I love it. It's cool because you can see like the joints, and then you have free range to move it however you want it, and then you don't have to keep drawing each individual panel. Really cool.
Yeah, every panel, or even, and then there's other ways to do it where you do draw, and then you have the animation program tween a lot of the stuff. Yeah. So you're basically just doing the key. I'm going to say keyframes, but that's an actual technical term in animation. But what I mean by that is you're making the pictures for the beginning, middle, and end, and then letting the computer tween its way through the rest. So what I did. Are you familiar with Doug TenNapel, the Earthworm Jim guy?
I love Earthworm Jim. It's good stuff.
So he does a bunch of graphic novels and stuff too. And he recently, earlier this year or late last year, he did a series, and the name of it is escaping me. It's not Cat Dog, because that's the one where the cat and the
They're
dog
attached. Yeah,
were
they're attached.
attached.
The
But it's so,
90s, yeah, attached.
yeah, it's something and dog. It's dog and dog, DAWG, and cat. I think it might be dog and cat with a.
Oh.
Anyway, the point is, he wrote between 1 and 3 minute episodes, and then him and his buddy did the voices, and he animated it. And they're funny
I
because
like
it's
that.
basically like it's just a setup and a joke. It's just a it's like a it's like stand up comedy, right? You set up the situation and then you do the one big maybe a couple little jokes leading, and then the big joke, and then boom, you're out the door in 1 to 3 minutes. And so I sat down, I was like, that's fucking brilliant. And he did like I did 13 or 14 or 15 episodes of that.
Oh,
I sat
nice.
down and I sat down and wrote 10 episodes of a Welcome to Strangeville animated series that are between 1 and 3 minutes. So when it comes,
nice.
so when it comes to finally sitting down and learning an animation program, it's not some daunting 30-minute episode pilot that I have to worry about. I'm going to be able to just work in 1 minute episode increments, and I think that's going to be really manageable for me. I think, and then I'll do all the voices except for the female voice, and I've got a couple girls that do stuff for me that are great.
You can do the female voices,
and I could do the female voices too.
You could do the female voices. You don't know, but you want the luxurious, luscious ones that are going to give you that sound that says, "I have a badonkadonk."
Exactly. And I like working with girls anyway. It brings that like feminine side to it. It helps me balance.
You need to have that balance. Yeah, I love that. And it all thanks to you. Tank Ferret found out that I had a channel, and thank you very much. Way to go. Also, if you guys are just joining us and you are on Kevin's channel, if you're not on Kevin's channel, by the way, I did post your YouTube link. Go follow him because you've been dropping some sick ass content. You've been doing some lives. You're doing some videos. You're talking about some art crap, more crap. The artists and stuff. I know all the crap. You got this. You're nailing this. I know.
Yeah, recently because Ed Piskor died earlier in the year, and that crushed me because I was like a huge follower of his cartoonist Kayfabe channel, and he posted brand new comic book review videos every single day for 4 straight years. They had that channel, and it was blowing up. It had 15, 20, 25,000 views per video per day. And they became, and everybody says this, but especially during lockdown, and nobody could go anywhere or do anything, they were my window into. So everybody it seems like all the cartoonists sat down and made a big book during lockdown, and Space Worms was my lockdown book. So the whole time I was working on Space Worms, and the way I work, my processes are, I write the whole thing, and then I write it like a movie script. And so it's just everybody's dialogue and everything, and then I go back. My second pass is I split everything into panels. So now I'm thinking of it in terms of comic books and how each scene is laid out in panels per page. Once that part's done, I lay them out in. I think I have the gigant one right here. I do 3x5 note cards, and I do the entire comic book in the. Oh,
that's right.
In the panels.
I remember when you showed those before. Yeah, you showed me those before. I like that.
Yeah, so that's a 4-panel page. You see the top one, and then the 2 middle ones and the bottom one. And you see there's nothing to it. It's just stick figures.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
And that allows me to see like what the see what it's all going to look like on a page and the flow of the story. And so then that's the next step. And then I get these big 11x17 pages, and I pencil the whole thing out exactly like I did it on the thumbnails. And so I go through the whole thing in these giant 11x17 pages. Then I transfer all those to the tablet and digitally ink, letter, and color everything. So imagine, and I do them all, and all that is to say that I do them as in one process. So I don't draw a page. I don't thumbnail a page, then draw it, then ink it. I don't do it that way. I do the whole book one step at a time. So imagine all through lockdown, 164 pages. First, I have to write it and then panel it, and then I have to do 164 of these. And then I do 164 of these in a row. And then 164 inks, colors, and letters. So the thing that kept me sane during that process and kept me from getting overwhelmed by the daunting task ahead of me, because it took me over a year. Like, you can literally build a house by yourself from the ground up, and it takes about a year, maybe 14 months. If you go out to the woods and build a big cabin.
He's doing that right now. He's doing that right now.
And so watching Cartoonist Kayfabe kept me in the zone, because I was hanging out with professional cartoonists that were super psyched and amped up about comic books every day. Like, I never experienced burnout, because I had comics dudes to hang out with on YouTube every day. And even though they didn't know me, I got to know them intimately through every single day. Like, never missed a day having their videos come out. And then so when Ed died, that was a huge what the fuck do I do now kind of a situation. And not to make it about me, because it's not about me. It's about the tragedy that happened to him and his family and everything else. But for my personal life, it really did affect me deeply. And I was in the middle of Count Keefula when that happened. And I put the whole I didn't know if I was ever going to make another comic book without Cartoonist Kayfabe to kind of lead me through it every time. I didn't know what to do. And that's been about 6 or 7 months, maybe 8 months now since Ed died. And I was waiting for something to fill that void. Who's going to take over and do that for other people? Because so many people came out and had the same story. I made a book in lockdown, and Ed and Jim were what kept me going. And so for a lot of us, they're like our therapy. They're our comics therapy. A lot of creators. And nothing ever came and filled that void. So finally I said, fuck it. And I started, I'm never going to be the talent that Ed or Jim were, or the historic, like Ed knows everything about comic books. You name any comic book artist or any publisher, and Ed could just right off the top of his head tell you everything about it. He was a once in a generation comics historian. And so I'll never be that, but I want to be there as kind of like the art therapist for other people the way they were for me. So I started dropping daily comic book, because I have a huge comic book collection. I just did some, yesterday I hit a comic book show and picked up a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of these awesome BPRD
nice.
Hellboy.
Those are fun.
These are
I love
great
the lore around Hellboy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the reason, and BPRD is just as cool, because it's the they're the professional whatever ghost hunters, and so they go around fighting monsters, and a lot of them are monsters. That's what I love about the Hellboy universe, is that it's like the good guys are the monsters and the bad guys are the monsters. There's not a page turn that goes by without a cool monster on it in the Hellboy universe. So anyway, I've got a shitload of comic books. I could sit here for 3 years. 4 years with all my comics and do a show.
We've done that before too. We've gone through. Listen, I think the last time we were here, we read your fridge and your spice cabinet and your comics. But hey, a second, because we had a couple people in here. We had BB on your channel saying, "Hey, what's up?" And Michael says he's currently animating parts for his campaign trailer, and he's glad he got. Oh man, yeah, it is tedious. It takes a lot of time, but once you set it up, like depending on the program they want. You're doing, depending on how you set it up. Once it's set up, you don't have to keep continually doing that, but you have to do it for each individual character type situation. You have to do like the voices and the mouthing, because that's the hardest part, I think. Get that in there. And these guys are dorks. That's right. And let's see. Yes, unfortunately, that was a thing that did happen. But also, you need to talk to my friend Drac. My friend Drac has been doing some stuff with the Kayfabe fam, and apparently they have something else going on with another project as well. I forgot what they're actually doing, but they are still continuing his legacy with like another show or something.
That's good.
Oh my. Yeah, I loved watching when they would do their book reviews. I love the same thing with Richard Friend. I miss Richard Friend's content, because I love when he would just get on and just talk about a book and then go over the art and like all that stuff. And that's one of the other reasons why I love Rocky as well, because they'll go on and just take a book and then just artists. Same thing with Shelby. They go through it, and I love all that stuff, because most of the time those are my favorite guys. I love finding new people too that are in there. But yeah. Yeah, there's been some good stuff in there, but I loved it when they did the Wizard reviews.
I've probably spent well, maybe not 10,000. I've spent thousands of dollars on comic books over the years because of the recommendations on Cartoonist Kayfabe. Artists that I would have never known. especially when it comes to indie comics, because there's no way to discover those people unless you have comic book friends that can introduce you to them. So
bunch of nerds like this, come on here, like show all your stuff off. You're like, oh damn, that looks amazing. But that's how I found. Oh man, over the last like 2 years, because so when I also found during lockdown the YouTube comic community, because I was on Twitch doing art, and I found it during lockdown because I wanted to get rid of comics. But here I am, 30 more boxes deep.
It's easy.
More nerd stuff that I can imagine, and hosting my own comic show. But I am well deep into the indie sphere now, and learning about this stuff, and I love it because you get the weird crap. You get the horror stuff. You get the sci-fi stuff. You get the stuff you are not walking into a comic book store and finding. And I am here for all that crap. You will forever have a platform to come and push your buttholes. Let me tell you, here.
Those are my favorite comics too. Are the weird. You saw how excited I got when Dave Baxter came on with Armageddon Quest, because that's such a weird book.
Yeah. I think he's going to be relaunching that soon. I think he's going to be relaunching it because it got so close to funding, and then I can't wait for that to come out because it looks so good. I know. I've seen so many campaigns in the last 3 months get to about $100, $200, and then it's like bullshit. But no, I hope Dave comes back because he actually redid his show too, and they're doing more than just comics on there now. But when Dave gets on, they get into the wine and stuff. Oh, that's a good time right there.
Right.
Dude, you're in the indie sphere, and I think that's amazing. There's so many versions of like indie comics from all over the world, and you keep freezing a little bit, so I'll talk a little bit more. So your thing calms down a bit. I think it's jealous of your taco. Oh my. Oh, you're bringing the strobe back. Nice. Yeah. Your powers.
My butthole powers.
Your butthole powers. Yes. That's correct. And no, I love finding new people. And it's amazing to me too, because I've been going to cons for like the last 2 years, and I have a stockpile of people that I need to reach out to have on my show. I am so far behind on scheduling. I don't have enough time to reach out to the people that I've been in contact with. I have so many people reaching out to me because they find my content because they want to come on here. And I'm like, I can't keep up with anybody. I need more. I need about 50 more days in a month to have people out here.
You're an animal. I love it. I love watching your stuff. I get notifications every night. There's Kpop.
Oh, you're going to getting a shit more this week, let me tell you, because I'm at cons the next 2 weeks, so we got all full days coming up this week and more stuff. But holy moly, it's gonna be fun. Also, you are missing out on coming to Motor City.
I know. I'll be back.
You know about the Robert England?
No.
So Robert England is coming on, and he's doing the watch party with Robert England for Nightmare on Elm Street 1, and you get a swag bag, and that's happening next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. I am so incredibly geeked out for that. You have no idea.
That's amazing.
Yes, let's go. Amazing. I'm so great. So there's the both. Okay. So underground comics are really interesting. I have a lot of friends that make underground comics, and I've been delving deep into the weird 60s stuff over the last year or two, because you kind of hit your limit of where you're at on monthly stuff. I kind of stopped all the monthly stuff. I don't like the DC. I don't like even Image stuff. I'm kind of at my limit right now. I want the weird, take it down here. Let's go. One of my favorite dudes, you probably know him because you probably run into him. I run into him all the time at Motor City. Juicy Juice. Okay. So he's got one of my favorite indie underground things, and he prints it at home, and it's like a 4-page, 5-page comic. He's got a whole series of them, and one of my favorite ones from there is The Thing in His Pants. It's about a monster. It's a thing in his pants. You would love this book, let me tell you. So he just prints on computer paper at home, sells them for $1, and he'll give you a whole stack of his work in one little thing for $8. It's amazing. I love that dude. He also does rap things to go along with it. But I love the weird shit like that. We need more weird stuff happening. Let's go.
Yeah. No, I was actually going to bring up the undergrounds because the influences on my comics in general, like Count Keefula especially. I started reading a ton of the underground stuff. You've got so underground comics is its own specific thing from San Francisco in the late 70s or late 60s, early 70s, and the big underground comic guy is Robert Crumb. He broke through to the mainstream. Everybody knows Robert Crumb, but then there's also guys like Spain Rodriguez, S. Clay Wilson, A lot of people are now familiar with Gilbert Shelton's Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers because they got a Tubi animated series.
He also had the Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah. And so the guys like that, what's funny, like they are literally my grandparents' age. And when you go back and look at that, like Zap Comics, and stuff like that, because that was Robert Crumb's first anthology book in the late 60s, early 70s was called Zap Comics. But then there were a million offshoots of that kind of style of putting Jam Comics, of putting everybody in, and they sold them at head shops. And they are the raunchiest, horniest, most sexually depraved every drug you could imagine is being done by the characters in these books. Any kind of like crazy weird sex you see in my books have already been done by guys my grandparents' age. And I love it.
50s and the 60s. Yeah. All the way back in the day.
I look back at that stuff and say, Grandpa, you got game, motherfucker. Like, oh my God, this is awesome. So that's
fantastic.
So you pretty much can go anywhere. You can go all the way back to the undergrounds. Then underground became indie, and more recently, and these guys send stuff to my PO box all the time, and for me to review, and it's hard to review some of them because of how raunchy and how full of dicks and buttholes and stuff these books are. It's hard to get them on screen without YouTube.
YouTube does not like some of the content that you keep putting out there. I know. You know how you get away with that, and I figured out how I can get away with this as well, because I want to do 18 plus content, the 21 plus content, and I know YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter is not going to allow it. Late night Discord.
Okay. I'm trying to do it.
We could get away with it in the Discord. Yeah.
I'm trying to do it through Patreon.
Patreon too. Yes.
Yeah, they made me jump through a bunch of hoops to turn my Patreon into 18 plus.
Yeah.
Made me do all kinds of identity verification and stuff, and so they won't let you into my Patreon without verifying that you're 18, which is good.
Nice.
I'm fine with that. I don't want the underage people being.
No.
That's why I'm making this new stuff for that general audience, so that I can tap into that without having to expose them to things that they don't need to see yet. But
we super don't need that. Yeah.
But these guys that send me all this stuff to my PO box, a lot of them are all part of a centralized group on Instagram that use the hashtag lowbrow art. And they're guys like Adam Yeater. They're guys like, dude, sent me one today. I just pulled out of the PO box today, Paul Porkjohn. And then there's this dude that does a comic called Space Fart, which of course is right up my alley. I forget what his name is off the top of my head.
How has this guy not been on your channel? How are you not having Space Fart versus Space Worms? And also, what is the guy's name? Peter Porkjohn? If that's your name, Paul Porkjohn, you best be writing some saucy comics with that name. I'm telling you.
Are you familiar with James Edward Clark? Pissantopocalypse.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he sent me a book called Pissantopocalypse, which was fantastic.
I need to know more about this.
Yeah, I did. Well, I just did a video on my channel a couple days ago. You can look for that there. But it's great. Had to avoid all the titties and dicks, but he's a fantastic writer. But all these guys, I consider this like neo underground. Like all these Instagram guys with the hashtag lowbrow art. They are the modern equivalent of the underground dudes from the 60s, and they are they have a very small following. I think James Edward Clark, I think he has like 15,000 followers on Instagram, so it's not little. He had he just did a Kickstarter for his new book called Evil. That ends on the 30th. Is today the 29th? Today's the 28th, so 2 more days left on that. If you Google that, if you guys watching, if you're interested in that, you can Google James Edward Clark Evil
let's look him up.
Kickstarter. Oh yeah, you can look him up.
I'm good at that. Yes, I can.
He's gonna send me.
Yes, I was gonna say something, but I forgot what the hell I was saying.
He's gonna send me. He's gonna send me Evil when he gets them printed. For me
I know this one. I've been seeing this pop up in my thing, and I'm like, I like this because it looks like that really cool graffiti sticker type art from like the 70s.
It really does, because he puts that white outline around everything, so it looks like his characters are like stuck to the page. He's got a great style.
Yeah. Here, let me plop this. I'll plop this on the Twitters and the here for a second. But no, I have this actually saved in my thing. Yes. And hold on a second. Oh, I get to this. So Robert Englund is coming for Motor City Comic Con, and on Saturday, November 9th, tickets are $40. I think you could still get them. And that you have to buy a ticket to the con, and you have to buy the $40 ticket for the movie thing because you're watching the movie and you're getting swag bag plus intro watch along with Robert Englund to this movie. Okay.
That's
so
great.
excited for this. So excited for this. I think last year they did Twister and Ghostbusters, but screw that. Hell no.
Which one is he? Which one is it that he's screening?
Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one.
Just the first one? Okay.
Just
no,
the
that's
first
great.
one. Yeah.
That's
no,
great.
I'm excited. And then got Dark Lord Carry-On.
Hey, that's from my channel. Look at this. Look how much shit I'm bringing over here to you. Or I guess
you're bringing all the shit to me. Thank you. I will also bring my shit to you as well because I'm dropping your leaks in here.
Yes,
and
we're going to exchange shit.
Yeah. That Robert Crumb, Mr. Natural, the Freaky Freak Bros, they got huge over the last couple of years. I've been buying the weird wackadoodle like cat books out of there. They're fantastic. And yes, you can find some interesting stuff over there. Oh, nice. You mentioned Zappin's review of Space Worms. Nice.
Hell yeah.
You're not wrong.
Kids are annoying. I like it though, and I'm making this book purposefully annoying. Because to vibe with annoying kids.
You mean that one right there? This one right here? You know what this?
No, not this one right here. Not this one right here. I love your. By the way, I meant to mention everything got all fucked up because I was late. I was going to give you props for the. You're always down on your thumbnails. I love that font. That font is like a Hammer horror font.
Which one? The one with the stars?
Yeah, well, both of them.
The one with the stars is what I used for the Kickin it, and then I forgot what font I used down here. I threw this together in like 4 seconds because I thought I was going to be super late to art.
There's like this hazy look to it, and then you've got that.
I spend so much time doing my backgrounds. I love doing my thumbnails. I make one for each individual. You know how many people tell me just make a stupid thumbnail and leave it up there? I'm like, no. I'm getting artistic with it, people. Are you kidding me?
Good. I like it a lot. I love the design of this.
Look at it. Look at all this shit. I've had so many of these. Look at how far I have delved into here. Here, boom. I was one of the. I like having fun with these. Like this is my nerdy time.
Yeah.
I love this shit. Let's go. It's good times. But here we're gonna go. Actually, do I have Space Worms in here? I might even have your thing in here from the last time. Let me see. I don't know. I had to delete like 100 of these because it take up way too much damn space. Let me see. If I do, I'm gonna highlight it because I want to show this off. How far back does this go? Oh, dude, you've been here. You're here a long time. Also, there's another homie that you probably ran into a bunch of times. He does the interiors for Hal the Crow series, and he's also at. I met him at Astronomicon last year.
I think I do know.
Good times. Yeah. Oh, he's awesome. He's also close. I forgot. What state are you in?
I'm in Illinois. I'm down by St. Louis.
Okay. Yeah, he's over in the. Oh yeah, look at the OG Space Worms. Boom. There we go. Bam. Check that out. Get you some Space Worms. So if you don't know what we're talking about with Space Worms, that is Space Worms right there, buddy.
You can read it right now on my Patreon for only $3. And it's not individual books. Like for $3, you get access to every comic book I've ever made, including Count Keefula. That's already up there. Count Keefula is done. Like we're doing a pre-order that ends on Halloween, but it's already. I don't ever put my comic books on sale till they're done. I don't believe in putting the risk. I believe in mitigating the risk, not putting the risk on my backers and supporters. Like if something happens to me, if I have a stroke and can't draw, or I get killed in a car accident, or I decide that I'm going to follow Jesus one day and not do any more porno books right in the middle of a campaign, I don't ever want to leave my audience hanging. I want to, so I always mitigate. I always take on the responsibility myself, do the entire book, and then put it up for sale.
Perfect. Yes. And if you guys are wondering how I ever hooked up with Kev here to have him on a show, I searched for a whole bunch of books on Kickstarter that were room related. And I specifically invited you on here because I wanted to gross out our friend a comic book. And the rest is history. Now you've been here. You've been back here a whole bunch. Well, let me go back to your new sexy one. Look at boom. Look at I wish I had the other one on here because it's a woman with her butthole face. I threw together, which I love. I wish I still had that on here. I removed them all, I think. But yeah, no, the one with your butthole face was one of my favorites. Good times, good times, good times. Oh shit, I missed a whole hold on, I'm missing all kinds of stuff. Oh, you gotta go back to work. All right, thank you. Also, some person has a question.
Appreciate
you seem like you play a metal band on the side. Do you play in a metal band on the side?
People approach me in public all the time and they ask me three things. Are you a singer in a band? Are you a tattoo artist? Are you a biker? I'm not a singer. I'm not a tattoo artist. I'm not a biker. I just like the look, I guess. I like the aesthetic of that life, of those particular lifestyle choices. But I am but a lowly butthole salesman. That looks like a metal singer.
And this is why you come back here all the time.
Should I
call the people in my chat buttholes?
What if I look? Do you know who Neil Hamburger is, the comedian? He wears like really
tell
awful.
Me.
Well, look him up, Neil Hamburger.
Oh, God, you make me do more homework.
He's got this terrible comb over. He's all sweaty, and he wears these like terrible cheap tweed suits. And I feel like maybe that's what a butthole salesman should look like. Hey, check out my
what
new
a butthole salesman should look like. That is, here. I am going to share this page so we can look at this because we got it. I'm going to present this page. Wait, no, not that. Where am I at? Yes, and Joe, you're right. This is your kind of content. Also, what is up, Kyle? How you doing? I'm gonna get to the end of this so that I can show this off. James Clark's evil. Yeah, that's right. Good question. Did you mean Lloyd Kaufman? Or Lloyd, Andy Kaufman? Which Kaufman?
I did not get to meet Andy Kaufman. It's a little bit before my time. I've met Lloyd Kaufman a bunch of times. I've got Lloyd does the intro to my movie Dream Reaper, my very first feature film. Very cool guy. And all my movies are distributed by Troma. Watch.troma.com. First month's free, $4.99 a month. Every month after that, it's like the sleaziest Netflix you could possibly subscribe to.
Fantastic.
And if you search Kevin Strange in the search bar, seven of my movies show up.
You don't even have to do that because I have that link below in your link tree.
Just click that link.
Let's see. Yeah, just click it and go there. And then listen. It's called Lack of Sleep, Not Feeling Well, Amped Up on Mountain Dew and Monsters. This is the best combination ever. And we're talking about buttholes. This is, yes, exactly.
And a late guest.
Sometimes, listen, okay. I get all amped up and I start spewing forth words out of my mouth and it just happens. I can't help it. Okay. It just stuck in track. Yeah. Yeah. Limp Bizkit is going to get a rise in sales.
Yeah. I should somehow try to team up with Limp Bizkit.
You should team up with Limp Bizkit. Wait, how do
I Limp Bizkit endorsement for my comics? Maybe I should draw a Limp Bizkit comic. I'm actually in the middle. I showed you this on my channel. I'm actually in the middle of drawing an Insane Clown Posse comic.
That's right. We talked about this. That's right. Homies.
Not officially endorsed, but it's a bootleg ICP.
You don't know? Oh, what did I hit? Oh, what? Extra camera. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now how dumb this is. I can click a button right now that tells me to upgrade on here to add an extra camera. I could just open another tab, StreamYard. I have 10 other slots in here that would automatically add 8 more cameras on here, depending on which tab I'm in. Okay. You don't have to add extra bullshit. Okay.
There's StreamYard once, and this is like how you make the sausage. Not interesting content, I'm sure, but between the two of us, there's Neil Hamburger.
There he is.
The amount of money that StreamYard wants for their premium is so outrageous.
Yeah.
I could never afford to pay for what they want me to pay for.
It's a lot. So I got locked in last year at the rate that was supposed to be for lifetime for whatever. I still might stick with mine because the price is still pretty good compared to what it was at for the other prices, because it's pretty much double the amount, which I'm probably going to stick with, because when we run our auctions, it's most of, you can't run it the way that we've been running it. If I go to another site, like if I can click it and interact with the chat. So I kind of like going to be sticking with that, but it's a hefty price tag on there.
Yeah. I had to move to Streamlabs to do my individual videos on comics, because for free, StreamYard only gives you 20 hours. And so you blow through 20 hours like nothing when you do stuff, when you do these live streams every night like you do, you blow through that.
Well, you just delete the videos. You just save them and delete them, and then
it's not the save videos. You get like 5
stream
gigabytes.
Well, that's the free thingy. Yeah. It used to be worse. I remember when my friends were trying to do 24-hour videos, they couldn't even do 24-hour streams because they had to stop it at 20-hour mark, and then they had to wait a day to do the other part. But yeah, I started off on Twitch doing OBS Streamlabs and then some other stuff as well. But I'll probably get back to it when I do my actual art streams because I like the camera functionality that you get and how you could really edit the camera view compared to like on here. Here's just like adding a bloop, bloop, bloop. Like right now we're streaming in 1080 because that's a new feature on here. Like you're welcome. Take a look at all this grossness hair. I did not brush my hair. You're welcome. You can really see that. I know. Yeah, but lovely times. But let's see. Let me get rid of Neil Hamburg. Also, if you have not known, I got really big into aka AAA Lucha Libre wrestling, and there is a wrestler on there named El Hamburguiso, and he comes out. Yes, yeah. He comes out on his videos with two like hamburger like animation. That's awesome. The best. It's the best. Okay, it's one of the greatest things of all time, and I am so here for Hamburguiso.
I'm kind of. Am I okay? I was robot.
Yeah. Don't worry. The strobing is happening. It's fine.
I used to watch that when they did. Are they still on El Rey?
I watch it on YouTube. I don't know what channel they're on. I'm trying to figure that out so I can watch a continuous thing because I'm so upset right now. I'm trying to find this damn cage match that has clowns in it. And we cannot find the cage match with the clowns. And there's like an opening in the cage, and he's taking like the balloons, and he's like getting lifted out of the cage. And I cannot find this damn footage, and I need this in my life. And I spent like 3 weeks trying to find this. This is terrible.
I used to watch that when back when is Vampiro still a part of it?
Yes.
Vampiro is he still on commentary? He used to do commentary.
No. He's still wrestling. He's
wrestling again. For a while he was retired and he was doing commentary. But I really liked him on there. Penta El Zero. Is he still on there?
Dude, I don't know half their names. I just watched the content.
Penta El Zero. He moved to AEW, I think.
Okay.
And then what about Sexy Star? Is she still part of it?
There's a couple people named Oh, she was on there. She was fighting in the last I guess pay-per-view type situation that they had off there.
Yeah, she wears the lucha.
We're never gonna find these damn clowns with these balloons, I'm telling you, but they keep teasing this on every one of the videos we're watching. It's fantastic. Dooley Dude, what is up, A1 Sauce? And no, not Hammer Guido. Hamburg Guiso. Like a hamburger. It's the best thing. It's amazing. And holy shit, every single time you come out here, we get to chatting because we're homies. But we haven't even talked about Keefula yet.
Yeah. We don't ever have to. I'm totally cool with just
listen. I can go grab dumb stuff over there. We could just. I do have something I gotta show you. I found this on the wall the other day at a comic shop. I was like, "There's no way I'm not going out of this shop without this book." Look at this majestic beast. I never even knew this was a thing. Let me take the sticker off of here. You really get this. Wait, let me put my thingies back in. I can't hear shit. But yes, thank you very much for dropping that, Jay. Look at that. Right there. Boom, bada bing.
So,
right there.
Yeah, we're doing just a small pre-order. I didn't do show me what this is.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
The comic book?
I never even knew this was a thing.
I was like,
there's no way I'm not opening this and I'm not buying this at the store. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, it's fantastic. What? Okay, nice. Hold on. Let me flip me over there. Bam! Let me get rid of this comment. Yeah, no, we're opening this. It's from Caliber Comics. I never even knew this was a thing. How did I never find this? They're Michigan. How did I? This is number 2. Now I need number 1. Like, what the? Oh, here we go. Look at Majestic Meatloaf.
Oh, I love
right
it.
there.
I was at a show with Meatloaf. I was at the very last show Meatloaf ever did before he died. Snap.
The Van Hook. Okay. All right. Writer and artist, Kevin Van Hook. Ooh, okay. Dude, the art's actually pretty dope. Let me see. Yeah, look The art's really cool. I never even knew this was a thing. Like what? This is so.
Yeah.
This is so.
Is this
cool.
a bootleg or is it? I guess if it's Caliber,
It's from Caliber Comics. It says based on the actual screenplay. It's got to be an official adaptation. But yeah, look, this is awesome. This is super cool. I was so excited about this. But yeah, oh hey, there we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, look at Frank. Yeah. Oh, it looks great. The art's fantastic. I love it. Oh wait, what's in here? Oh, there's like a. Oh, cool. Okay, see, I love it when they do this kind of thing. They show like the character people. I love it. I love that. That's my favorite thing.
Did you ever watch the sequel? What was the sequel called?
There's a sequel.
Richard O'Brien. He's the writer director, and he's that character in the movie. I forget what that character's name is.
Snap! Oh, dude, look at that. You could have bought merch.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's fantastic. No, I never knew that. I know they did like two remakes. Like they did weird remakes.
Yeah, they did do remakes. I can't think of the name. It's not Brain Damage. That's the movie with the thing that comes out of the blue thing that comes out of the guy's head. It's called Shock Therapy. Maybe it's called Shock Therapy.
That sounds familiar. I've probably seen that, but I never even knew that it might have been related whatsoever. I didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, no, fantastic stuff. I need the first one now. It was amazing.
Is it 2 of 2? Is it?
It just says 2. I'm gonna have to look it up. It just says 2. Yeah, that's awesome. 1990. All right, that's cool. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I never even knew that was a thing until the other day.
I was 10 years old when that came out. Imagine if I would have got a hold of that comic book. Why is he dressed like a lady?
I was 9. Okay.
Why is he dressed like a lady? Right, yeah, that Count Keefula link is so. I didn't do a crowdfunder this time. I always get super stressed doing crowdfunders. So I said I'm just going to do a low key. This is it's a little 28-page one shot. No big deal. It's the book that I made. Like I said, after Ed died and everything, it took me a long time to finish it. I can do a 28-page comic in about 40 days. It's taken me 6 months, 7 months to get this done. I was like, I just want to get it out there, do a real small print run. I'm going to do a book and a poster, and you got till Halloween to order it. $12 gets you the full color 28-page comic and a 11x17 poster of the wraparound cover art, and just real low key. And then it's also available through my Patreon digitally for $3. And again, that's not for that book. That's for access to everything I've ever done. All my movies, all my novels, and all my comic books.
That's
for $3. And then I put Count Keefula up. I think I put it up on October 1st. It's been up there all month long. So that's what that link takes you to. That's
nice.
You'll get the actual physical comic book and a poster.
Here, let me plop this down here too, because I want people to go find your Instagram and they can go check out your stuff, because that way they know when you're dropping the videos as well. So boom, we got that happening. But yeah, you know what the art of this reminds me of? It gives me kind of like Rockula vibes, but also what is the Jonathan Lipnicki vampire movie, Little Vampire? Like if you cross those two. And I kind of want to watch Rockula now, because I had a huge thing for Dean Cameron, let me tell you.
I wanted to make a real cheesy like 70s swinger, like horny. Are you there?
Yes.
I'm froze.
Yes.
Are you there?
Well, anyway, I don't know. You're in the you're getting slammed.
Yeah, I wanted to make a real like cheesy 70s swinger shag carpet, like horny. Nope.
Wait a minute. Wow.
Are we back?
Cut, maybe?
Back?
Possibly. Maybe also your hat is dope. I love them. They make the best eyeball content.
Oh.
Yeah, yes.
Well, do you know what the movie is behind that? Can I quiz you real quick? What is it?
That They Live?
Nope. It's Laser Blast.
Laser Blast. Oh, okay.
It's
That's going to be added to my thing. I can't see.
Have you not seen Laser Blast? It's a real cheesy 80s.
I don't think I have seen. No, I'm adding that to my list. Okay.
I
I'll
believe
be
Trauma
watching that.
distributed it for a while, and I think that Full Moon has it now. It's on. I think it's obviously on Tubi, but I think it's also on the Full Moon app if you subscribe to that. I subscribe to it. I love watching all that new
I love trauma
goofy Full Moon
movies.
stuff.
Yeah, there's good stuff over there. I love it. Yes, let's see. Show you the money. Yes. Yeah, Jonathan Lipnicki. That's right. Show me the money, kid. I know. But yeah, that's. Wait, Tate says that movie scared me. You saw it on TV when you were like 5. Nice.
What, Laser Blast? It's cool. It's got stop motion alien monsters.
Like look, I'm pro eyeball.
Hey, yeah.
Gotta have the eyeballs. They're always around here.
I've got so many Mishka hats. I mean, I could sit here and
I know. I love them.
Show them off.
They do like the best eyeballs. I love their eyeball rugs that they do. Yeah.
And then this isn't. I'll show you a bunch more Mishka, but this is a Trauma hat, Toxic Crusaders hat, and it's got the Toxic Crusaders art on the bottom.
Oh, cool!
Officially licensed by a guy named Big Herc. So that's a cool hat. That's an eyeball hat from Mishka.
Okay.
I like this one because it's like a rotten eyeball.
Dude, I love their stuff. Their stuff is awesome.
Zombie mouth on the bottom there.
Yeah, go find them because they drop some really cool stuff. Anytime they drop that giant eyeball rug, I always freaking want it. It's amazing. Oh, sick, yes. And what's up, Beetlejuice? Dude, I haven't seen you in forever. Another sick ass artist over on my Twitch poo right there. And yeah.
Don't ask me why these are all in my kitchen, by the way.
What is not in your kitchen? I've seen more stuff in your kitchen than
I mean, it's an efficiency apartment, so it just behind that wall just goes into the living room and bedroom. And
I like how when you stream, you put that thing in the back so that nobody can see your stuff, and you're just like, screw it, it's Spice Rack Day again.
I showed up 20 minutes late. I just fucking came in and threw it on.
Dude, we had no idea what time or zone we were in today. It's fine. It's fantastic. Also, Pops backed your book the last time. And we're going to do a giveaway in your stream. So if you guys want action on Death to Strangeville, I will do a giveaway. And I will be giving away Pop's book because Pop's mom is on a thing where she's trying to get all of the Super Titty books out of her house.
Okay. I get it.
So we're going to do him a solid.
Let's do it. That's exciting.
So hold on, I forgot how to do this. Hold on, let me go to my StreamYard giveaway tool and let's think of a really good hashtag that we can do for this giveaway tool. So if you want some of one of Kev's books, by the way, Death to Strangeville. What? Come on, take me to the damn giveaway page. What the hell? Punk ass, I swear. Okay, there we go. All right. Come up with a hashtag that we can hashtag and put in here, and we will justice for Nora.
It's got to be hashtag free butts, right?
Free butts.
Yeah, free butts.
Okay, all right. So a hashtag free butts. And
like free the nipple.
Yeah, free butts. I get it. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get it.
There's too much emphasis on the nipple. Not enough emphasis on the butts.
I know. Yeah, no, yeah, for real. Yeah, no, his mom was like, get these books out of my house, so don't worry about it. Pop's torture is your gain here. So hashtag free butts. That is, actual butt, BUTTS. And type that in there, and you can get a copy of Death to Strangeville. That's right, actual butt. Yeah, physical butts. Type that in there. Wait, here, let me put that on banner so people understand what's happening. There we go. 3 butts. I can't spell. I can't even see. There we go. Add banner. There we go. Boom. There we go. Free butts. Suck it. But yeah, so hashtag that. Get yourself comic, and I'll run that at the end of the stream because Yeah,
Death to Strangeville is cool because it's like an auto bio. It's weird because I tell the history of Strangeville that's like actually real, and then interspersed in it I have myself, Cartoon Strange, fighting satanic ant demons that are trying to kidnap the big booty
you do.
girls from Strangeville. So I wrap it all in, and I think it's a fun little book.
It's a fun read. I enjoy all your stuff because it reminds me of like a black light. Like you're just chilling by a black light, just like chilling, you know. You got a fun read.
I do add absolutely outrageous color style. You know, it's like making a big butt. Like if I'm going to do color, I'm going to do it the fuck up. I'm going to do, because, you know, I like that. It doesn't really cost a lot. Like when you're making a low budget movie, you throw crazy, you know, as the cinematographer, if you throw crazy color contrast in there, it just makes it look cool. Like Suspiria is one of my favorite movies. I got
Suspiria.
to watch. I meant to ask you earlier because we're off just nerding out.
We're
talking about Robert. You're gonna watch Nightmare on Elm Street with Robert Englund.
Yes.
Have you done a lot of celebrity screenings before? Have you seen movies?
No, I have not. So this is my first kind of one.
I have a fucking laundry list because I used to do this show all the time called Flashback Weekend in Chicago. And in the old days, it's still going on to this day, but in the old days, Flashback was connected to an actual legit movie theater. And so for the cost of admission, every year, Flashback would not just one or two or three, but a whole wall of movies from the celebrity guests that were at the show. So I'll think of a few that I've watched. I watched the world premiere of a movie called Evil Clergyman, which is a short film with Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton, directed by Charles Band from Full Moon. All three of them there. And they did a Q&A afterwards. And it was the first time any audience had ever seen this movie. It was like lost in the vault. And they recovered it and premiered it at Flashback with the cast and the director. Amazing time. So then there was Exorcist with Linda Blair on 35 millimeter. Linda Blair introduction, where all she did was ramble about save the puppies the whole time. She was absolutely out of her mind, crazy woman. But you know, doing that. The director of that. What the hell is the director of The Exorcist's name? Damn it, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But he makes crazy. Have you ever seen Bug?
Yes, long time ago.
Michael. Hell is his name? And can't think of it. I can't think of anybody's name suddenly. But he directed.
My mind has been blank.
All kinds of crazy movies. He directed a movie with. Now I'm going to blank on every name of every Mike.
You are. Good
Lord. Anyway, back to the screenings, and I'll remember all these names if I'm not sitting here on the spot thinking about it. So I got to see Pet Cemetery with the cast. Little Nico, Miko, right? Miko. He's a very small in stature man, because what they do when they want like little kids to be able to like actually act in a movie is they'll find really small kids that are way older than they look. And so Miko he's a very small dude, and so he was a lot older than that character Gage actually looked. It was him, and who's the blonde chick from Star Trek that was in that movie? Again, I'm blanking all the names. But anyway, got to see that 35 millimeter with the cast of Pet Cemetery. I got to watch Night of the Living Dead with George Romero, 35 millimeter. And that so beat the fuck up. And that was within a year of his death. And that guy's claim to fame his entire life from the time he was a kid right out of high school was Night of the Living Dead. Yeah. That man had been asked the same cheesy, stupid questions about that movie for 50 years. And within 1 year of that man dying, he screened that fucking movie at Flashback. And he sat there for a half an hour after the show answering the same fucking questions he's answered his entire life. And he did it with the sincerity and enthusiasm of somebody who was answering those questions for the very first time ever. That man was a class fucking act when it came to presenting his movies. A lot of people get disenfranchised and burnt out when they're only known for one thing. He seemed to, all the way up to the end, he seemed to just be thankful and grateful for that. So that was a great one. I got to see The Thing on 35 millimeter with John Carpenter doing the introduction. when this fucking movie came out, it bombed, and now here we are. So what the fuck did that say? Because it came out, the thing came out within like 2 weeks of E.T., and motherfuckers weren't having it.
Yeah.
They wanted that feel-good alien movie. They didn't want whatever fucking shit he was.
Oh, no, it's a classic. I talked about that movie 3 times this week alone. This is crazy. And yes, guys, in chat, if you would like to win a copy of Death to Strangeville, which is dope, by the way, the colors in that, if you thought the colors in that Space Worms were dope, you're going to love the colors in Death to Strangeville. Lots of purples in there. Lots of sexy time happening in there. Enter hashtag like free butts. Get you a copy of this, because right now Tate's winning right now.
take some LSD, watch it on a with a black light in the room, and you will go on a motherfucking trip. It's like crazy oranges, purples, crazy yellows, just
fun. Yeah, it's good times. You're gonna like that. What? There's a lot of people that really love the Thing movies, and the one that I'm excited about, because we get Bruce Campbell coming back to Michigan a lot to do Evil Dead and Army of Darkness watch-alongs. That's the one I want to go to. There's usually a lot of look at this. It's gonna be the battle of the Tates. We got Tate versus Tate. I'm here for it. Let's go. Oh, how are you answering your own giveaway? What the? Okay, fine.
Yeah, you're gonna win it, and then you're gonna be stuck with it. So think about that. The battle of the Tates for the free butts. Tate sounds a lot like Taint.
Oh, we already call them Taint already. So I mean,
sounds a lot like Taint. I got two Bruce Campbell stories.
Tell me.
You want the Bruce Campbell story, or you want the Evil Dead story?
I want both stories.
Which one do you want first?
Oh, tell me the Bruce Campbell story. That's my hubby of all time.
So I did get to do a watch along with Bruce Campbell one time, but it wasn't at Flashback. It was here in St. Louis, and he directed a movie called The Man with Two Screaming Brains. If you're familiar with that, he made that movie right around within like a year or 2 years of when he released If Chins Could Kill. Bruce Campbell's
I have that book on my shelf right there. Yes.
So he came to town with the book and the movie, and he did a signing after the screen. So he did a Q&A after the screen. He did the introduction, then he did the Q&A after the screening, and then he sat there for hours and signed everybody's If Chins Could Kill book. And he's another class act. Always fun.
Hold on a second.
You all right? Are you laughing or sneezing or crying?
Sneezing.
I don't know. You were just so overwhelmed by the Bruce Campbell story, you just started weeping.
He's my hubby. I started crying from in like the depths of my soul because I love that man. And yes, you like free butts and you cannot lie. That's correct. Good times, guys. No, he comes to Motor City Nightmares, and there's another one that's downtown. I know my other buddy Kev goes to that one, and I can't remember the name of it, but it looks dope. They do a lot of like the 24/7 movie rooms. You just go sit in the movies all day. I love that kind of stuff.
The other story. Yes. Are you ready for the other story?
Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I survived my sneezing.
So this is a little bit longer of a story, but it's cool. It's more personal. Okay. So over the years, one of my guys named Tim O'Sabin. He's an actor in my movies, and he's also he does a lot of the music for the movie because he's in one of the most famous St. Louis rock bands of all time. In the 90s, they were really big. They were called Fragile Porcelain Mice. And one day, I'm just making I'm 25, 26 years old, whatever. I'm making my little micro budget little horror movies. I get a message on MySpace way back in the MySpace days.
MySpace.
A dude named Tim.
MySpace.
This dude named Tim that was like, "Hey, I saw your," because at that time I didn't have any feature films done. Maybe I had Dream Reaper done, but I had put my short films and trailers on. We got to watch the trailer for Count Keefula, by the way, at some point here. I'm real proud of that.
Wait. There's what? I don't see that on your page. Where is the trailer? Is it on your
on YouTube? I have to scroll down a while.
What? Where? Oh, I see Indie Spotlight. Where's the trailer?
Probably 25 videos ago.
Okay. Since coming back to the YouTubes, you have unleashed a ton of stuff happening. Wait, where the hell is the trailer? Is it in your videos or the live streams?
Videos.
Okay, is my brain just dying? Like, where is this trailer?
It says the thumbnail says comic book trailer. It's like a bluish thumbnail.
Okay, hold on. Cerebus. I'm looking for blues. I see trolls. Twitter. Comic book trailer. There we go. Okay. Let me pause that. Okay, I'm gonna cue this up in a second, and then we'll watch the Count Keefula trailer.
So this dude named Tim, he's like, I watched your trailers and stuff. I think it'd be cool to be in your movies. I'm like into music, but I want to try to get into movies. Here's a couple of links to my bands. And I'm like, okay. And a bunch of people used to approach me, and it's awesome. And I did a lot of work with people that would like hit me up on MySpace and then later Facebook, but I'm not trying to minimize that. But it just happened all the time. I was like, oh, it's another guy who wants to work with me. Maybe I went and made lunch and came back and was like, all right, I'll check out this dude's band page. And I click on it and it takes me to Fragile Porcelain Mice's band page. Now, mind you, I follow Fragile Porcelain Mice's band page because I go to their concerts. Up to that point, they're only doing Thanksgiving shows every year, an annual show. But I would hang out on their page to see if they were going to drop new music or whatever. And so I thought that there was something wrong with the cache on my browser. And when I clicked his band, it just took me to Fragile Porcelain Mice's page. So I cleared my cache and clicked it again, and it took me back to Fragile Porcelain Mice's page. And I went back and I clicked his thumbnail picture and was like, okay, this is Tim. And then I went to the Fragile page and expanded their header with the full band and was like, that's fucking that guy. That's the fucking guitarist.
That's that guy. Nice.
And so I literally freaked out, jumped in my car, drove up to my girlfriend's work at the time because she had gone to 2 Fragile Porcelain Mice Thanksgiving shows with me. And I ran in the fucking door. She worked at this gas station with a drive-through that's real big in St. Louis called Hit and Run. I ran into Hit and Run and was like, you're never going to fucking believe it. Tim from Fragile Porcelain Mice wants to be in the movies. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, Tim from Fragile Porcelain Mice wants to be in the movies. So long story short, I had to set that up to say that over the years, Tim did a fuck ton of movies with me, made a bunch of great music for the movies, and he went on tour to a bunch of horror conventions. At some point during that time period, we tabled next to, or maybe it was Tim by himself, but I thought it was at my table. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was when he broke off and was doing his own table for a while. But he ended up tabling next to Danny. Why can't I fucking think of Danny's last name?
Shout out to Danny. What's his nuts?
Danny Hicks. I don't even need to look this up. I'm fucking friends with the guy. He passed away a few years ago, but I was friends with him for years. So he tabled next to Danny Hicks, who was in the original Evil Dead movie. Or no, I'm sorry, Evil Dead 2. He's in Evil Dead 2. He plays the He plays the redneck guy that gets
guy in the overalls.
Gets killed in the overalls. Seemingly gets killed over and over again in the movie. So Tim and Danny end up becoming close friends. And Danny starts coming to St. Louis and spending summers with Tim. And they start recording music together. And so they do the Timo and Danny Hicks Brain Invasion. They did like 3 or 4 records together like that. And I actually was able to get Danny. One day, Tim called and was like, Danny's looking for more work while he's in town. You got anything for him? I was like, I could have him do like an audio reading of one of my short stories. And he's like, oh, cool. Come on up and we'll negotiate it and we'll figure it out. Because Tim had a home recording studio where he did all these records with Danny. And so I actually got to sit there and direct. And the whole time Danny's going, fucking tell me when I'm doing it wrong, man. Tell me how you want it pronounced. Don't be fucking scared. I was like, I'm not fucking scared of you, Danny. Just start. I'll fucking tell you I'll tell you when you're fucking my shit up, and you better fucking do it right. And we had a great time. That's still on my YouTube. The Danny Hicks reading of a story. That. Yeah, it's a story called "The Old Man in the Black Water" that I wrote that in a college course that I actually won an award. I won an award in that college course, the Editor's Choice Award for their fiction magazine that same semester, or maybe it was the next semester. But
awesome.
Anyway, so all this is leading back to the second Evil Dead story, right?
Yeah.
So at one point, Danny and Tim decide they're going to do a screening of Evil Dead 2 in St. Louis. And so they get one of Tim's friends' bars in downtown, and they set up the projector screen and everything. And it just so happens me and my girlfriend show up, and Tim and his wife and everybody shows up, and we kind of filter in and we're talking. And the way we sit down, just naturally, me and Danny are in the middle of talking about something and end up sitting down next to each other. And nobody's thinking about it. We're just all friends. And we sit down and suddenly we're watching Evil Dead 2. And suddenly Danny Hicks keeps leaning over to me going, that's a fucking gymnasium. There's no fucking air conditioning in that fucking gymnasium. And he fucking does a commentary to me personally. I get a fucking commentary of Evil Dead 2 personally sitting next to the guy, just organically. Just a couple of friends bullshitting. God, yeah. I really hit the fucking tree in that scene. Fucked my face up. I was the whole time I was thinking to myself, oh shit. And when it was over with, I was like, I didn't want to say anything, Danny, but that is the number 1 10 out of 10 best movie experience because I consider Evil Dead 2 to be my favorite movie of all time.
I love Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. I love the top tier. I love them.
My weird extreme horror comedy, and Danny hates this, by the way. He always told me your movies are fucking trash. You're better than that. You can do better than that. I'm like, Evil Dead 2 is kind of trash too, Danny. I don't know why you're being fucking.
You've seen your own movie. You were commenting on it.
Yeah, but when it was over with, I was like, Danny, you have to understand this is my favorite movie of all time, and you just commentated it directly to me. Yeah. It's not like he had a microphone and was talking to the whole room. And it's not like I went over there and begged him, Danny, can I sit next to you? Will you tell me about the movie, Danny? I didn't hound dog him or fanboy him. We just happened to plop down next to each other, and he talked to me about the movie through the whole thing. 10 out of 10, number magical. 1. Watching a movie with the filmmaker or actor experience of all time, and it happened accidentally.
That's amazing. I love that story. That's one of the best stories I've heard on this show. It's fantastic. It's great. Yeah, so come here. What's happening? I got buttons going bloop, bloop, bloop everywhere. Yeah, so here, I'm going to drop the link one more time to your YouTube so you can go check this out on everything. Then I'm going to play a trailer for Count Keefula as well because I got that loaded up. And if guys, you're still in the chat, and you're on YouTube, by the way, because it does not sync Twitter and Twitch or whatever to this giveaway thing, enter hashtag free butts, 2 T's, by the way, no E. And you can be entered into a copy of Death to Strangeville, which is a really cool comic. It's fun.
Boutte. Free Boutte.
Free Boutte. That's right.
It becomes Boutte when you add the E on the end.
It does. That's what. It's also a mountain range top thing.
Sure is a boot.
It's a boot. Yeah, right. Where is Count Keep? Okay, there we go. There's your trailer. You haven't seen this weird yet? Shit. No, I have not seen this. You're going to see this on the side. So hold on. Let me go full screen. All right. Wait. Hold on. I tab back here for a second. Tab. Okay. Come on. Don't be a punk. There we go. All right. Perfect. I had to make that slightly bit larger so we can see this better. There we go. Boom. Oh wait, no, I got unplugged. Fuck. I suck. Laptop is weird. All right, we're gonna watch this. It's 1 minute and 16 seconds, and I'm already gonna. I already know it's gonna be hot full of amazing stuff. So let's watch this trailer. There's your logo, which is dope. Wait.
Get ready for another trailer. Get ready for another trailer piece, gang, for Strangeville Comics up in this motherfucker, Count Keefula. Strangeville Comics proudly presents the newest neckbiter from psychosexual serial ink slinger, Kevin Strange. Old Count Dracula himself breezes into the peaceful town of Strangeville, gathers up a bevy of big booty bimbos, and promptly throws himself a blood bang party. The only thing he's missing? Nixon and Hogan's sweet, sweet Colombian smoke weed. 28 pages of full-color fang-banging splatter gore and bizarre sex. Available now, digitally at patreon.com/Kevin Strange for only $3. Or pre-order the print version for $12 and get a free 11x17 Count Keefula poster. Pre-order ends on Halloween, October 31st. Books ship in November. Don't get drain banged by buxom blood bitches, gang. Order yours now. Count Keefula, a.k.a. Dracula in Strangeville.
There you go.
Fantastic.
That's all you need to know about Count Keefula right there.
I don't think there's anything else that you could possibly say that was not said in that trailer or shown in that trailer.
I can't say that the sex scene in the middle of that book between Count Keefula and all of his bevy of vampire women
babes, the
is
butts and babes.
one of the weirdest sex scenes I've ever drawn, and that's saying something considering all the weird sex scenes I've
I
drawn.
might have to make another trophy for you for next year because it seems like you're going to outdo yourself on the butthole award. So I don't know. Maybe I have to find another one. I don't know. I have to make that up. Find another one. But yeah, hashtag free butts in the chat, and you'll be entered in to win Death to Strangeville, which is dope, by the way. I love the coloring; it's fantastic in there. And let me see if I can go to store. Let me just show off the store for a second, because you got like the coolest stuff in here. And let me see, open this.
I parsed it all the way down. It's just the comic books right now.
Yeah,
I can show off Death to Strangeville.
Oh yeah, you got that next to you. Show that off. You're already the big anyways, so show this sucker off.
Here's one.
Nice. There we go.
That's Death to Strangeville.
That's right.
And then the
watch the panels that you put. There you go. All the purple.
I don't think there's any nudity in this one.
I don't remember. It's been a hot minute since I read that, but yeah, no, that's good times. It's a fun read.
I tried to make this one that was like more acceptable that I could put in stores, and when it was done, I was like, you know what? It's still so full of cuss words and big butts. And
yeah, I know.
Smoking. I was like, you know, I'll try again.
What I like about your books is, yes, they're absurd, but that's the best part of it because it's like a fun read that you're reading, and then you can just like escape from it in this weird, whimsical butthole journey. And I'm here for it. I love it. This is fantastic.
Literally what, if you come to a convention and see me at it, this is literally what my table looks like.
Looks
it's
like
chicks
that.
in luchador masks. I've got a puppet of myself. There's a giant strange house.
Listen, you come back to Astro, I will be one of the chicks in your lucha mask, and I will mess shit up with you. Okay.
Oh yeah. This literally happened. This literally happened in Ohio. I brought this guy on the road. I brought this guy on the road with me. It turns out he brought a gun with him. It turns out he was all whacked out on meth. And on the first night, he behaved himself. Second day, he couldn't take it anymore, got all hopped up on goofballs, and started threatening to kill people with his gun. And he, chased the trauma people off.
Oh, no.
After hours, we were in the bar of the hotel, just chilling with the trauma guys and a few other industry people. And this dude fucking freaked everybody out and chased everybody away. And that was not a fun... I had to drive 8 hours home.
Twizzler shirt,
this guy in the back. This guy in the back seat with a loaded gun.
What?
So for an 8 hour drive, I thought that this guy could shoot me in the back of the head at any minute.
Oh, well, that's terrible. So
that's why I put it in a comic book.
Well, you kind of have to put that. That's a crazy journey right there. And
that's how I worked through my trauma.
Your trauma. And CJ, you are correct. This is, in fact, the refrigerator guy.
I love that my appearance is infamous, not for my comic books, but for the fact that I showed off all the
spice cabinet, your condiments in your refrigerator. And then we had your friend stop by who didn't want to come on cam. We forced him to come on cam.
That's very true.
Good question. What's in the fridge? What's in the refrigerator today? I don't know, but he ate a burger and a taco and fries on the street.
Well, ironically, there's way more in there today, and I still ate out. So whatever that says about me, there's all kinds of stuff.
I have food in my fridge that I haven't eaten yet that I picked up on the way home. Then I came home and just napped. So we're going to do that after this stream. So
there's a pot of spaghetti in there I made last night.
Oh,
there's a pot of rice and chicken I made 2 nights ago. There's some salad stuff. I think I got a couple hamburgers. So why didn't I come home and cook the 2 hamburgers I have in my freezer? I don't know. So it was really
you wanted to go on a journey because you were going to get booze, and then you forgot to get booze, and then you were like, "Oh shit, our stream has started." And you ran back home.
I'm sitting in the Jack in the Box drive-thru. I just start scrolling Instagram, and Katie's like, "Are we on my time or your time?" And I'm like, I've still got an hour. What is she talking? Oh my God! Why do I think I'm an hour behind her?
We all screwed this one up. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah.
I think we pulled it out though. I think we did.
We did. Listen, we had 40 some people. I almost had 50 some people hanging with us this entire time, and all the things that we have linked to this. It's a good time. And I don't even care if there's no people on chat. I'll just hang with you on a stream and just chat with you. It's just fun times. Yes.
That's a ton of fun. I love talking to you.
That's right. You love this guy. He tells all the trauma. Yeah, listen, this is also true. If you want to win Death to Strangeville, if you haven't already backed that, because I know last time you were on, that was the book that we were hustling on your Indiegogo campaign, enter hashtag free butts. But you have to do this in the YouTube stream. So if you're in the other bits, come to the YouTube stream. And then, bam, enter hashtag. Because right now it's going to be the battle of the Tates. I think it's going to be down to Tate or Tate. Either one of those. Oh, shit. Jason, you would have loved this. You missed all this. We were showing off all kinds of good stuff. What is up, Jason? How are you doing?
I've got to circle back. It's Michael Shannon and Ashley Judd in Bug. And I still can't think of the director.
Yeah. So if you guys are coming in here, bam, that's what we're doing. And I will link one more time. So this is a link here to Count Keefula, which is the book that you're coming out now. So boom shakalaka, you got that right there. That's already on the Twitter. And what the okay, Glenn, were you lurking this entire time?
Yes, William Friedkin, director of Bug and of
Can't sleep.
Of Exorcist, and then I was also going to talk about Killer Joe.
Okay.
But I can't think of that. We got to get them numbers up.
Listen, get all the numbers up. We just hit 50. We just hit 50 and all the thingies. So
hell yeah! Welcome all 50 people to the Butthole Championship Awards.
You know, it could quite well be the Butthole Championship because this is where the buttholes hangs. This is where it's at. And
everybody drop hashtag free butts and win a copy of my book.
That's right. That one right there. Yeah.
Win a free copy of my book, Death to Strangeville, with mini butts, containing mini butts inside. It's kind of cool. I like
mini butts. Yeah.
I like the back too. I like that contrast.
Yeah.
That teal color. I put it on the inside.
No, the coloring is sexy. It's a hot damn sexy time coloring. I know. And demonic ants. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, I guess can't really tell what that is, but that's an ant with a pentagram carved into its face.
Demonic ant army, yeah.
It's looking through an upside down pentagram or an upside down cross, rather, with a bunch of pentagrams.
Nice, yeah. You come here for buttholes and hot dogs. Listen, me too. That's why I'm here. We're talking butts. We've been talking butts for an hour and 37 minutes and 4 seconds.
I could do a 3-hour PowerPoint on butts every day of the week.
I know. You're the big booty expert. I know. And some person says, any stories about Lloyd being cheap? Lloyd is proud of his cheapness.
Well, so one of the movies, one of the things that inspired me to become a filmmaker way back in the 90s was the documentary called Apocalypse Soon that accompanied Toxic Avenger Part 4.
Oh.
And the one of the most interesting parts of Toxic Avenger 4 was the guy that was the assistant director and partial writer and star of the movie, Trent Haga, who went on to write like Lifetime movies, but he made a couple really
movies.
He made a couple really cool movies too outside of that. Trent Haga. He so on screen he just plays a character called Tex something or other, and he's part of the diaper mafia, and he kills a room full of mentally handicapped kids in Toxic Avenger 4. That Toxie has to come in and clean up, kill all the diaper mafia. But behind the scenes, Trent Haga had to wrangle. Not only did he have to wrangle all these actors and extras and crew people that Lloyd was paying nothing, and he was having them sleep on cold concrete floors and was feeding them cold cheese sandwiches once a day if they were lucky. But he also had to wrangle Lloyd himself. Lloyd himself was so crazy. The cost of 35 millimeter film was so up Lloyd's ass that so everything that they shot back then, the 35 millimeter cameras were too loud to do on-set dialogue. So it was all ADR. It was all the dialogue and all the sound effects and everything were always added afterwards. So when you're watching the behind the scenes and he would roll the 35 millimeter cameras, Lloyd would immediately start screaming and cussing at everyone. So this would be how this would be any scene in Toxic Avenger 4 would be this little suite Jewish man who's about 5'4". Okay, everybody. So we've been practicing and we've been rehearsing, and everybody should have everything. You're all professionals. You're all fantastic actors, best actors in the world. And so we've got everything ready to go. And so we're going to go ahead and try to do a take now with the camera. Okay, this 35 millimeter film's real expensive, so let's try to get this right the first time. Okay. So he'd walk behind the camera and he'd say, "Action." "No, goddamn it, no, do it like this, goddamn it, no, what the fuck are you doing? Are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid?" And he would just berate his poor actors, and he would go, cut, stop fucking filming, because the cost of 35 millimeter film was so up his ass that he wanted every frame to be something he could actually put on screen. He would go from the nicest, sweetest guy to the most tyrannical dude, and so like the video guy who's like videoing behind the scenes would like pan up to Trent Haga, and Trent would just go, "Okay, everybody, relax." And he would have to try to put out the like emotional fires of Lloyd Kaufman. And he was, if he was assistant director, he was probably co-director, would be a more apt title to put on it. When the movie was done and came out, Lloyd forgot to give him his credit. Trent isn't even credited as the assistant director, let alone the coder. He's just credited as the actor in that role. And so, terrible. And it's a feature-length documentary, and it is just it's 2 hours, and it's 2 hours of Trent like, fuck my life. Like, what the fuck am I doing? How the fuck are we ever going to cut this into a movie? And that is all to say that Toxic Avenger 4 is one of my favorite movies of all time, because it's so just barely cohesive and just barely held together by bubblegum and duct tape. And the behind the scenes was so much chaos, and it inspired me because it made me say, if these guys can turn this chaos into this movie, what's there to be scared of? Just get a camera and just get your friends and just start making movies, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Lloyd Kaufman's crazy, and he's cheap, and he's neurotic, and he's an insane person, and he gets these movies done. And so I took that attitude in that whole, so, you know, Cosmic Journey says he has that deluxe edition of Toxic 4 with that feature.
With all that.
Anytime.
Okay. Well, Glenn, next month, after we crush all the low grades movies, we will crush some trauma movies. I adore trauma movies. So you better be ready. You better be ready.
My top, okay, I'll give you my top 4.
Oh, please.
Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High,
okay,
Toxic Avenger 4, and Poultrygeist. I think those are the, I mean, you're not going to really get better than, I mean, they're all good. Like, there's a dozen or so movies.
Poultrygeist is something in its own like sphere. It's a something, but I adore that movie. It's amazing.
There's a feature-length documentary about that one too, and
so
Lloyd wasn't quite. I mean, he was getting a little older, and he wasn't quite as neurotic, and it kind of shows in the production value. Poultrygeist is a little bit less cohesive than even Toxic 4 was, but I like them all, man. Romeo and Juliet's great.
Oh, that's a classic.
Romeo and Juliet is James Gunn co-wrote that and probably co-directed it, but doesn't have a credit as co-director. And his brother Sean Gunn is in that. Sean Gunn plays Rocket Raccoon in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And deep cut, most people don't know this, Sean Gunn is a recurring character on the Gilmore Girls. And he's awesome. And he's awesome in it.
Yeah, so prepare for that, Glenn. I'm telling you right now, Thanksgiving time, there's 3 movies we're watching. Black Friday with Bruce Campbell, Poultrygeist, and Thanksgiving. We could skip 2, but if you want to watch 2, aka 3, we could definitely be doing that, Glenn.
I love 2, aka 3.
It's a good time.
It's so fucking weird. The rapping
it's
grandma.
So weird. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any. It's fantastic.
It's like an episode.
It's like Lamageddon. Come on, it's so dumb. That's great.
It's all puppets except for one guy.
It's so stupid. It's just fantastic. It's like dumb. It's amazing.
You can't.
Yeah,
I love
it. Fantastic. I love it. But yeah, there's nothing beats any of those movies.
That's one of the only movies. So I was inspired by Thanksgiving 2, aka 3.
Yeah.
That movie opens on a pair of tits, and I opened Cockhammer on a pair of tits. Because of that, inspired me to do that for Cockhammer.
Nice. perfect. You never know where you're gonna get your inspirations from, and that's why I say watch all the media, because you never know what's gonna inspire you to create something. So bam,
That's
right
why
there.
that's why I like hanging out with you, because you like everything. Your comics, movies, music,
Yes,
animation,
dude.
everything.
We watched a stop animation movie a couple days ago, the Mad God movie.
Phil Tippett.
We just sat there for like 20 minutes after that going,
That movie's fucked up. And that's the guy that made all the stop motion in Star Wars.
Oh, really? I had no idea about that. I know it was on Kickstarter, but oh man, yeah, no, we sat there. We're literally still to this day just going, hey.
It's like a Tool video.
Dude, what did we compare it to? It was like Tool meets, oh shit, what was that other thing we combined it and just mushed it together and like, oh yeah, that's exactly like what that was. Dude, it's on Shudder. You watched it in the Discord. Jason, you in my Discord, because we've been crushing all kinds of dumbass movies in my Discord, and it's good times. It's good times. I'm just saying. Yes, okay. Is Toxie 2 the one where he goes to Japan?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I love that one. I love the one where they're fighting the kaijus. It's dumb. And there's just something weird about his outfit at that time. It's just like he does not look right. He just looks like the coloring is completely off. It's all kind of messed up. It's a good time. It's a good time. You can't beat it. I'm also really eagerly awaiting whenever the hell the Peter Dinklage version of Toxic is coming out, because
they put a trailer and they screened it at Fantastic Fest.
Yeah.
Put a trailer out and then buried it.
I don't know what's going on with it, but they keep doing something with it, and they keep prolonging it and pushing it and burying this thing. I don't know, but it needs to come out. It looks fantastic. It looks great.
Trailer's wild.
I don't know what's wrong with it, but they need to get it out. It's amazing. And also very upset that Dude Bro Party Massacre 3 never had a 1, 2, or a 4. It's one of the best movies I have ever watched modern wise. It's fantastic, and I need more of this. Also, Glenn, you can shut your mouth, Glenn. Killer Clowns is one of the best movies of all time, and I forced him to watch this after 3 years. I forced him to watch this the other day, and he said he hated every second of it, but he was laughing the entire time. Great. So I think you actually likes it.
Now check this out. There's certain monster creators in Hollywood that pretty much just keep the same style from monster to monster and movie to movie. The Chiodo brothers that did the Killer Clowns also the designers of the Critters.
Yes.
You look at the Critters. The Critters are killer clowns with no nose.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same style.
Also, if you don't know this, the foam puppets of the clowns were reused in Ernest Scared Stupid. They were just repainted.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And the Killer Clowns also worked on the Brownies and Willow. I sat through the most glorious panel of all time at Astronomicon 2 years ago, which was the Killer Clown panel by the two main dudes that played the clowns. It was the greatest time of my entire life. I loved it. Yes.
Willow also a banger. Absolute banger.
Every time. There was a lot of good. Dude, special effects. People, get back into special effects. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Somebody up there said that James Cameron wrote Piranha. He wrote and directed the original Piranha.
I don't see that. Where is that?
It's up there. Keep going.
Oh, there. Okay, Glenn is a weird wealth of knowledge when it comes to movies. Okay, so if you ever need dumb, weird knowledge about things, like producers, soundtracks, scores, whatever, you contact Glenn. Glenn knows all of this crap. Like, listen. We're not even talking about this. You're just dropping knowledge as well as this thing.
I didn't know he wrote Rambo. I thought Sylvester Stallone wrote Rambo.
Well, now you know. So,
Comic Journey up there says Killer Clowns and Blob were the best to come out of the 80s. That Blob remake is that goes hard as fuck. That Blob remake is crazy.
And also, CJ, I would have thought you would have also amazingly picked one of your favorite things out of all the entire times, which would have been the Garbage Pail Kid movie. I thought you would have picked that over.
That movie's so fucked up.
It's messed up. It's so messed up. But it's got your Nick guy in it, and that's your dude. So yeah, wait. You need help scoring. Wait, what? Oh, don't worry. I can help you do that. I can bring the ladies to the yard for my friends. I am good at interacting.
I'm actually considering making a new YouTube channel about pickup and dating. So
you got to do that. You got to do that now. Come on. It's got to happen. I feel like my horns are dying or something. They don't feel as sparkly, but that's okay. We will.
A lot of guys that think that Instagram models are the only women that are out there to date, and they get real disenfranchised about it and kind of give up on dating. And I'm here to help. I want to help. I want to help these guys meet girls that are real girls that aren't Instagram people.
You and Bernard Chang need to hook up to do a video, because Bernard actually wrote a book in the 90s about how to pick up chicks back in the day.
Okay. What's it called?
I think that I forgot. It's he also did some porn books, like he did like the art on like some Jenna Jameson stuff. So yeah. One of my interviews with him, we go really in depth about all of this stuff. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. We could do, because again, I could do 3 hours. I could do a 3-hour PowerPoint on pickup right now. Explain how the whole thing works, and not in like a piggish way, like in a natural way. How women respond well to men,
the booty
aren't just
guru.
trying for one night stands, but to walk you through the pickup, through the dating, and through an actual like long-term relationship. I want to see people together. I want to see more. Like, we live in a world where men and women are so divided right now, and we need to bring them back together. Dudes and chicks work the best when they work together. That's why I always say I like to work with women with my art, because there's nothing more fun for me than to be around female energy. That's why we get along so well. We get to sit here and nerd out about all this stuff, but it's it's that masculine feminine dynamic.
It's fantastic. It's just because we're just stupid nerds that like all these things, and you'll date a woman with 5 nipples. Wow.
Well, I'd fucking date a woman with 5 nipples.
I know. Let's go, dude. That was a great time.
I gotta go back and watch that.
Yeah.
I gotta go back.
You gotta go back. It was the second time he was on, or the first time he was on. I don't remember, but one of them we got really in depth about Jenna Jameson books that he was watching, and he actually made the dating, how to pick up chicks or date or something. It was amazing.
Nice. I made a lot of money off Jenna Jameson videos in the 90s when I worked at a porn shop.
Yes, you brought that up the last time you were here, and that's actually why Pop's backed your book.
But did I talk about Jenna Jameson though? Because I got a really funny story about Jenna Jameson.
Oh, okay. Pops is in chat. So wait, Pops, you still in chat? If you are, let me know if Nora is in the room, and if you have your headphones on, and if you do, we will talk about this.
This isn't going to be sexual at all.
Okay, good.
It's just business. It's just the psycho guy that I work for. So this is true for all porn shops. The owner of a porn shop is going to be more conservative and quote unquote professional and stuffy and no fun than more than any other business. Like if you worked in a Hardee's kitchen, there's going to be more like not safe for work antics that go on in the kitchen and the way people talk to each other than there is in a porn shop. And I don't know why this is. Every guy that owns a porn shop thinks that he has to overcompensate for professionalism. And so this guy I worked with, it was a constant battle. And so I walked in the door as a 19-year-old. And I said, I want to work here, and I want you to show me how to do it. I'll do it for free till you can afford to pay me. Because he had only been there like a year. And he was like, immediately, he was like, I can't afford to hire anybody. I was like, I'm not going to, don't pay me. Like, pay me when you can finally afford. And he was like so impressed that I was willing to work for free, that he let me come behind the counter and taught me all the computer stuff and everything, and let me check out customers. And it only took like a week. He was like, I'll figure out how to pay you. And so, and he was like, and then as we grew as a business, he was like, well, I need more employees. Do you have any friends? And so, long story short, it was me and all my young friends that worked for this guy, 20 years older than us, who was a complete neurotic weirdo. Now, first example, and I'm going to get to the Jenna Jameson thing, but first example is you could not listen to rock and roll music in his store. You could not bring your CDs in and play your music on the CD player. Like, you know how you go into a record store and everybody's playing their own music, like all the clerks are playing, and you're like, oh, this sounds cool. What is this? And then you end up like finding new music because you're okay. When you work at a porn shop, when you work at the porn shop I worked at, for the guy I worked for, there was one station and one station only allowed to be on the radio. And he would get pissed if you came in the door and you were playing anything other than, and it didn't matter if it was rock radio, let alone your CDs. In NPR. NPR was the only thing you could listen to in this porn shop. So people would walk in and it would be like, I don't know if you ever listened to it, but Garrison Keillor has this fucking like Sunday morning show where he does this like long form storytelling, and he's like Lake Wobegon, and I'm Garrison Keillor, and we're going to tell you while people are trying to shop for porn. Okay, so this guy is nuts like that, right? And and I could give you a million other examples of how crazy this guy, like how weird it is working for this guy at a porn shop. I've literally got stacks and stacks of buttholes right next to me, and it's like I'm in a corporate boardroom meeting. Every time this guy's in the building, like I was the manager, I ran the place with my friends, and then this dude would come in, I'd be like, oh God, here we go. And I'd have to manage the way Trent Haga managed Lloyd Kaufman. I had to manage this guy. So one day, so now we're on to the Jenna Jameson story. So now that I've set it up and given you guys, like you understand this neurotic situation I'm in. Jenna Jameson is the best-selling movie. That like at the time, this is like 1999, 2000. She's the biggest porn star, and her movies sell and rent the best out of any movie in the building. And it costs $5 for a membership. It costs $3 to rent a movie, and for 3 days or 5 days, and then it's $1 a day late fee for every day you're late after that, right? Okay. One day he comes flying into the building. Show me. I'll bring up all the Jenna Jameson movies that are stolen right now. I was like, okay. And say we have a dozen of them in general, and 6 of them have been stolen in the last 3 weeks. Okay, 6 of them. He goes, that's what I thought. We're done with Jenna Jameson. We're done. I'm tired of losing money. I'm tired of these movies getting stolen. And I go, can I show you something real quick? What? I bring up each of the movies. This Jenna Jameson movie rented 352 times before it got stolen. This one rented 209 times. This one rented 158 times. That's $3 a piece plus all the memberships those guys had to. The $5 for all the memberships that all those guys. So let's just say it's one guy each. So 350 different guys times 5 for the membership, times 3 for the movie, times 1 for all the days they were late. Who knows? I was like, you've made $10,000 off of these movies before they finally, yes, they do eventually get stolen. But you make, and you know how much a Jenna Jameson movie costs to buy? $15. $15. So a membership and like 3 rentals, and we're already in the black on a Jenna Jameson movie. And he's going, I don't care. I don't want my movie stolen. And I'm going, you're not getting your movie. That's not how business works. What? How did you get this far?
That's your money maker. That's your
how
money maker.
How did you get this far in business?
Like
we're literally sitting and looking at $25,000 worth of money off of like 5 Jenna Jameson movies.
That's insane.
All total costs like $60.
That tells me you need to buy way more Jenna Jameson movies to replenish these, but also you have a massive consumer base. Customers want it right now. I'm just saying, yes, it's
she was on fire at the time, and I ended up quitting that job over a Jenna Jameson movie. So I would every week I would call the distributor of our movies. That was this guy named John off in New Jersey. And we would and I liked John a lot. He liked me, and we would chit chat for 10, 20 minutes about all kinds of stuff. And then I would place my order for the week, right, of the new movies. And one week he tells me, supply and demand versus loss prevention. The supply
tax write-off. It's stolen. Hello.
The stolen stuff is all tax write-offs, right? And so he tells me, so I'm on the phone with the distributor. He goes, oh, by the way, biggest movie of the year coming out this week, double disc. It's called Pirates. Jenna Jameson stars in it. It's coming out through Vivid Productions, which was like the biggest big budget porno company at the time. He's like $18, so $9 a disc. 18. No, normally they're 15.
Yeah,
he sells it to me for 18, and we can rent it out as a double disc. So $6 for the rental instead of 3. So what's it going to take? 4 rentals before that's in the black, plus a membership, and you're there in 4 rentals. So the movies come in, and I'm like putting the stickers on them and everything, cataloging them into the video program. And he comes in, he's like, "What the hell is this? What is this? Oh, I didn't tell you. Why'd you buy this?" And I go, "Oh, don't worry about it. John said it's going to be a bestseller. It's like the big movie of the year." And he blows up and is like, "That guy gets commissions off certain titles, and you can't be a sucker and let him sucker you into buying his commission titles. The only reason he pushed this crap on you is because he wants to get a bigger commission." And I go, "John," his name was also John. I go, "John, if the biggest movie of the year that's going to make us the most money also makes our distributor money, that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with, why is he our enemy? Why is our distributor buddy John our enemy? Why are we trying to screw him and not let him get his commissions? I want him to tell me what his commission titles are for the week so I can get one from him and make sure he gets his commission.
Yeah.
That's why he does the job. He does the job to get his commissions, to get his bonuses. Why am I trying to screw my guy that I talk to every week out of his commissions when I know I can sell anything? It's porn. I can sell anything. Whatever his
right there.
Yeah, whatever his commission movie is, I'm going to rent it 300 times. Who cares? And so I ended up quitting. I was like, you know what? You call John. I'm out of here. I never went back to the porn business. I guess I had my fill of porn after that. That is the longest porn story I've ever told publicly. You just got that here on the K-pop channel, and it was totally. It wasn't blue at all.
No,
that was an
tame
SFW.
As hell. It was perfect. It was great. It was amazing. It was good times. Also, I really enjoyed her Shadowhunter comic series, and I was upset it was only like 3 issues in a preview book. They need more of that. That was a good series.
Did she write it?
Toyodato art. It was fantastic. It had lots of great covers. Fantastic stuff. Needed to have more. It was fantastic. It was about supernatural babe slayer.
Nice.
She was the babe slayer, and we needed more. It was a good time. It was good to read. Yeah.
Lost perversion.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Pops is a big fan of the ladies. Let me tell you. That's why he backed.
Oh, he's talking about pirates. Yeah, Jesse Jane and they were all. It was like a huge cast of all the big Vivid signed porn girls.
That's why he actually backed your book the last time. He told me he backed it because you knew the portions. But now he has to give it up because his mom's like,
hanging out on my birthday stream. I was telling you, I want to start working with adult actresses and get their likenesses in some of my adult stuff. That's going to be
perfect. That'd be great. And Pops, what do you want me to do if you win this giveaway, Pops? You entered it, so fantastic. Let's run the giveaway. So last chance, enter #FreeButts. There's 5 people involved, and half of the people entered are Tate. So let's see what happens. Get your free butt hashtag in here. Oh wait, where is that?
I've been free butts right now, and
free butts right now. It's the biggest butt channel you've ever. Wait.
Strangeville.
There we go. Show that up one more time.
Strangeville.
Yeah.
My psychedelic nightmare story where I retell the story of Strangeville. There actually is one dong in this book. It's a fake monster dong on cock.
Don't show the fake monster dog. Yeah. No, I have that book. I'll go look at myself.
I love this panel right here because this is me at every convention. I'm like going into my spiel, like going crazy, talking about Strangeville, and the dude couldn't care less. And he says, y'all got a card or something? I'll be back. I'm gonna go look. It's my first lap through. I'll be back.
Yeah, I know.
That's the convention life. That's convention life for you.
This is fantastic. If Glenn wins because he's in the UK, he says send it to Tate. So 3 of the people in this giveaway are going to Tate. All right, let me go back to this thing here. All right, guys, last chat. And wait. And shopping. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Jason. Please. #free butts. Let's go. Shopping her first book. Oh, nice. Oh, wait, the Shadowhunter one? Because she has a couple series. I know. Nice. I have them all. They're actually pretty dope. Their art's phenomenal. Oh, my God. I got like 900 tabs open right now. All right. Come on, guys. Glenn and Jason. All right. Now we're up to 7. All right. Can we get a big booty drum roll for this? Let's see who wins this. Let's see. No, look at all these Tates. It's amazing. I swear Pop's gonna win this. It's gonna be amazing. And boom! Oh, Jason! Way to go, Jason! Way to go! Yes,
enjoy
perfect.
The free butt love.
Yeah, that's right. All right, perfect. We got that going back and forth. So I'll send that to you. Awesome! Way to go, Jason! Congrats! You are a wiener. That's right. Yes. Also, if you don't know Jason too, he has awesome books. By the way, he has Absolute One Stormy Night, and he has Frog G, which is dope as shit. And he also streams pretty much every Tuesday night. You need to hook up with Jason. You guys would be quite great friends. I know. Way to go.
Oh yeah.
Jason can't even see it. Don't worry. It's fine. He'll be fine. He'll see it. Don't worry. Don't worry. You have big, chunky, bold art. He will see this. Okay. Yeah, make that stream about you. Easily. I think this is fantastic. All right, let's go back to our faces because, fuck, we've been on for over 2 hours now.
The Prairie Home Companion. That's Garrison Keillor's show on NPR. I'm 10 minutes behind. My brain is always working 10 minutes behind what we're talking about. When I was talking about NPR, that's his show. The Prairie Home Companion is the cheesiest fucking like PG rated storytelling show, akin to like Reading Rainbow. And like that level of, but imagine that being in a porn shop on the radio.
Right there.
Get out of here. It makes no sense.
It's amazing. I don't know. That's fantastic. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of. And yes, Frog G too. Sign up right there. Go sign up for it. Ink's been doing some killer stuff, and so has Jason on his book. I Love One. Let's go. Get that. Let's get going. Also, I have all your links, all of them. There's like so many links in my thing. Just every time you come here, I go bloop plop, and then you have another one. I go plop plop back down in there. So yeah, there's so many. But go follow him on YouTube. He's got a really good YouTube channel. It's down below. It's linked. It's tagged. It's all the thingies. And go check out this book here. Go check out the trailer. Not that one. Son of a bitch. What's happening?
Check out.
There we go. Bam. That one too. But also go check out Jason because clearly it's all about him as well. That's Count Keefula. Go check that out. Before we get out of here. Do you have anything else you want to plug?
No, that's you get Count Keefula, the 28-page full color comic, right, plus a free 11 by 17 poster if you order, and it's $12 if you order from my website by midnight on Halloween. And I'm probably going to do a Halloween stream plugging it too on the channel. Right. Go ahead.
Didn't you say you want to do a Halloween stream where you invite creators on?
Yeah. I'm going to do a Creator Jam Halloween stream where anybody that makes comics can come. I'm going to have an open link in the chat pinned to the top where you can jump in, do 5 minutes on whatever your newest project is. You can sit in there with me. I'm going to be drawing pages of Gigant, and you can come in, hang out, draw with me for an hour, hang out for 5 minutes, plug your stuff. Both. I don't care. Anybody and everybody's welcome. Yeah. It's going to be, I'm going to go live. Whatever time I say, I'm going to fuck it up and be in a fucking Jack in the Box drive-through, getting DMs from Kpop saying, "Hey, what's going on?" I've never been late. I've never been late to a
never.
I've been doing this for years.
No, never.
And this was the first time I was ever late for one. I feel so bad.
I was late. Channel, you were late. We were all late. Yeah. Go wait here. Let me drop the link. Wait. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, that's Jason's stream right there. Check. Wait, what? That is not Jason. Is that Jason's stream? Is that right? I don't think so. Yeah. Thank you for plugging Jason. Yeah. So, he hops on your panel and you can really plug him.
Yeah. The YouTube channel, like I said earlier in the stream, I'm kind of trying to carry water for the old Cartoonist Kayfabe channel. I'm nowhere near as talented as those guys, but I'm doing a daily comic book channel where I review comics and I talk about my favorite comics, my favorite creators. Tomorrow is what is tomorrow? Tomorrow, I believe, is the Toxic Avenger. Tomorrow, I think, is the Toxic Avenger. Yeah, it's the Toxic Avenger comics from Marvel tomorrow. Nice. And then the Hellraiser comics from Clive Barker and Boom Studios. Is it Boom that did that or Avatar? I think it's Boom that did
Which one? The original one?
The Clive Barker Hellraiser, where it's like it's like the Christy Cotton is like a
I can picture the covers. I can picture the covers. I don't remember who did it, but yes.
That's Wednesday, and then Thursday Halloween is covering Junji Ito's character Miss Fuchi, who's his like crazy, like shark-headed, demonic, one of the most unsettling comic book characters. I think she is the most terrifying female in comic books. Junji Ito's Miss Fuchi is my Halloween episode. And then on November 1st, Friday, we're doing Hellboy the Crooked Man, which is Richard Corbin does the art for Hellboy Crooked Man, and that just came out as a movie, shot in the UK, I believe, and then you can stream it on Amazon here. And so me and my buddy do a comparison between the movie and the comic, which one's better, what's different, what changes they made in the movie versus the book.
Yeah.
And so that's the slate of so those are some bangers this week. Toxic Avenger, Junji Ito, Hellraiser, Hellboy, good stuff. Good stuff.
Some of the best stuff. Some of the best stuff. Junji Ito, if you guys don't know, does some amazing, freaking dark, scary, just amazing artwork. I have a lot of his books over here. Fantastic.
What's your favorite Junji Ito?
Okay, Uzumaki has always been number one because that's one of the first ones that I've ever found. But I have Sensed over there, and I really like the artwork in Sensed. Good times.
He put out one, I think it was last year. I think it's new, called Ramina. Have you heard of this one?
I've not seen this one yet.
So it's an astronomer, and he sees this new planet, and he names it after his daughter Ramina. And then the planet starts rolling into the solar system, and this giant eye opens on it, and so everyone on Earth starts going insane, and they think that if they sacrifice Ramina, the daughter, to the planet, it'll go away, and so everyone on Earth is trying to kill this little girl. It's fucking crazy.
Dude,
awesome.
He's so crazy. And I love the way that they try to do like his live actions. Like when they do that, it's weird because you can't really incorporate that into like a special effects because just the way that he does the artwork, it doesn't really work all the way, but it's just fascinating.
It goes from being like almost like there's not a lot of detail to it, and then it'll be hyper fucking detailed in these crazy, terrifying.
Just the line work is insane. Yeah, it's great times. And dude, I need to watch The Crooked Man, but you said it's on Amazon, and I gotta watch that. So that's in my list. I love the Hellboy movies, even the Stranger Thing Dune one. I liked it because I liked the lore in it, like weird witches.
Well, it was good, and then
the best.
Wasn't it the rat? Wasn't it a rat creature?
I think so.
That was like. Yeah, the special effects were good. The monsters were good. I mean, to me, nothing touches the Del Toro movies because he just.
No, those are fantastic. Yeah.
I mean, Ron Perlman was made for that role.
Yeah.
And Del Toro just loves his monsters, so everything is.
He does, but he's also pro. He's also pro practical effects, so he makes sure that those are in his movies. So I give mad props to him for that. So yes. Don't worry, we're gonna be getting out of here soon because we've been here a hot minute. But I love all his work and stuff. So yeah, it's good times. You've officially plugged Jason, which is great. Hopefully you can plug him back in return. That'd be fantastic. And we're gonna get out of here soon. But I don't have an outro, so guess what? We're gonna go like this because we're gonna dance on out of here. So I hope you brought your dancing hands because you can't see our feet. All right, let's get out of here. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming here. Boom.